All right, let's get this underway. No more. I was gonna say no more stalling, and then I gotta go put my hair up again because it came out of the hat all silly. It's still doing it. Just flip it around, do it this way. All right, yeah, no more stalling. Hopping in, we're gonna see if we need to. We're gonna see. I'm gonna go ahead and change the music too now that I'm talking. Let's just drop it on our usual or one of our usual playlists. There we go. But yeah, let's see what the weather's like. See if we have any good weather patches for. That might be a good one. I think that might be good. Ooh, that's good. I know that's a good one. So we can go over to South Lake. At this point, I didn't expect to ever learn like the percentage encounter rates for a Pokemon at a certain wild area patch, but here we are. Yeah, I think we just go around here. South Lake, like overworld walking, I think is 60% right now. All right. Drifloon? Yeah, there we go. There we go. Yeah, this is definitely a good Drifloon patch. Man. Yeah, with 60% encounter rate, if we don't find it today somehow, there's a solid chance we hit 4K. Less solid, but possible that we hit 4096 and literally pass like non-shiny charm mods despite having charm. But hopefully that doesn't become the case. Hey, what's going on, Ash? Welcome to the stream, man. Hope you're having a good day. Hope you had a good a Wednesday as well. Man, I still can't believe we're this far over odds at this point. Like ignoring the brilliant Pokemon's boost, you know, even ignoring that, we're almost at 3 times odds. Which is just a little bit insane in my mind for a wild area Pokemon like this. Like, I don't know why like my luck with the wild area has been so like divided, right? Like either I found it insanely fast or it's taken forever. Yo, Art, what's going on? Welcome, welcome. How you doing today? Hope all is well for you. And Jesse, what's going on? Welcome, welcome. How you guys doing? Hope everyone's doing well. 8 days, yeah, we're getting so close now. So close. A week from midnight. It's gonna be so much fun. I gotta like actually get a lot of stream prep done. Make sure like I'm actually ready. There's a lot of things I haven't done yet. Like I want to like do some layout fixing, but I've gotten sidetracked with so many other things. But this week I'm gonna be like plowing through that, you know. Team comp, I have not thought about that at all. All I know is Piplup's gonna be my main starter. I'm kind of crossing my fingers. The only other thing I've kind of thought about is potentially trying to get a second Switch. and I'm in the middle of debating whether or not I just go for like a red box switch if I can find it of some sort, and don't worry about like getting an OLED switch or not, because the OLED part of it doesn't really matter too much to me. It's just been the thought of like, well, if I'm planning on getting one, I may as well get like the newest one. But I kind of just want to be able to do both games pretty easily and trade between them and stuff without having to go through home. I don't know, that's a whole other thought, that's a whole other thing that's not related to team comp at all. I haven't thought about team comp whatsoever. It genuinely just hasn't come up in my mind, because I've never really done that. I probably should think about it a little bit, given that I want to complete the decks as fast as possible, which means like there's going to be a lot of like, there should be a lot of planning there, right, to get as much efficiency and like speed out of the campaign as possible. Sleep lock, it won't be like it won't be the Nuzlocke part of a sleep lock, but we will be trying to play the game as fast as we can from the moment I get it. Yeah, it might be some kind of ridiculously long stream. I'm not sure how that's going to end up getting split up. Earthbound fan, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I'm not sure how that's going to end up getting split up, but I do have a plan to basically, like, the moment I get the game, play as long as I can until I just, like, have to sleep, and then sleep, wake back up, keep going. That's as, like, bland of, or, like, not as bland, but as, like, weird and, like, unstructured of a plan as that is my plan. Because, yeah, I do want to have the game beat by the end of the weekend. In my mind, the weekend being Friday through Monday, because I'll be taking those 2 days off work. I would like to have the game beat. Ideally, I would like to have the game beat twice. I would like to have Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl beat in that time. Largely what I'll end up doing alongside is just, like, is starting to complete the decks. I would like to, within the first week, have most of, if not all of the decks complete. Might join me? Awesome. Is there one Pokemon you like that everyone hates? I don't know, because I guess, like, I kind of forget what Pokemon people largely hate on. Because I don't really pay attention to that a lot. I kind of try to avoid any of, like, that negativity side of it, but I don't know. I feel like for the most part, like, the Pokemon that I find people dislike, that tends to be fairly, like, that tends to be pretty, like, individual, right? Like, I feel like it's a lot more likely for there to be a Pokemon that everyone likes than for there to be a Pokemon everyone dislikes. I know, like, I guess a ton of people don't like stuff like Trubbish or, like, Vanillite, Vanillix, like, those kind of Pokemon, just because they always point to them as, like, the lazy designs. But even then, I feel like they don't get nearly as much hate now. Like, the first Pokemon that came to my mind as far as, like, a lot of people disliking is, like, Charizard. But people dislike it solely because so many people like it, right? Like, people just think it's overrated. And I think that kind of goes the same way with, like, Greninja and stuff. So, I don't know. I don't really think I have an answer for that. Grenji, what's going on, man? Skipping school next Friday to stream BDSP from midnight till you beat it. Dad is very supportive of it. Nice. Yeah, I'm taking the day off work, Grungy as well. Basically, yeah, getting the game at midnight. Hopefully, physically, and starting streaming at 12:30. Otherwise, we'll be getting the game digital and preloading it and everything, and getting prepped to just turn the game on at midnight or, like, as soon as it finishes downloading kind of thing. We'll see, though. We'll see on that front. That's going to come down to what my GameStop says as far as midnight releases. They said they'd, like, do a phone call this week, like, out to everyone who's pre-ordered, but who knows if that actually is going to happen. It's never happened at any of the other, like, GameStops I've ordered stuff from, so I don't know. Pre-order-wise, so I don't know on that front. I'm just kind of rolling with it. Basically, I'm just going to ask them on Thursday, like, I'm just going to go on Thursday and say, hey, have you done your phone calls yet? Presumably by Thursday, the 18th, they have. And I'll be like, I didn't get it, because I never get it. And then I'll, from there, no. And either I'll end up getting a digital copy on my current Switch just for us to be able to start playing, or I will, or I'll be doing the midnight release. One of the two. Whatever happens there. Is Mew going to be shiny locked? It sounds like Mew and Jirachi are shiny locked. As far as those mythicals available through that, like, island, it sounds like the mythicals there are shiny locked. Those are the only shiny locks I think that are confirmed so far. I believe all of the legends and the starters are fully huntable. The only other ones I would think might not be huntable is that Manaphy egg is still up in the air. I don't think anyone really knows how its mechanics are going to work until we like get a proper data mine. Then I think like Dialga Palkia story legends, I believe they're currently not stated as locked, but if they ended up being locked, I wouldn't be shocked. But yeah, Mew and Jirachi, I believe, are the only two that are confirmed locked, which is very unfortunate. Mew, there really isn't a legitimate way to hunt it at this point, given that like the only legit way requires like an event that was given out over like a decade ago, almost 2 decades ago. So like, I'm kind of it's dubious whether or not like a Mew from that is legit without any form of genning or something like that, even though it's just genning the item to do the event. Like Simisage, got you. Rose Girl, what's going on? It's been nice to have a extra low in Meowth. It's a nice change from Gen 2 where 2 NPCs get in your way and sometimes eggs feel like they take forever. Oh, like you're just doing a different type of Masuda hunt. I got you. Hope all is well, Rose Girl. Was gonna what? You were gonna do what? Gonna buy an OLED for this, but no dice. Yeah, so basically, like, you know, on stream on Tuesday, a few people are saying that they've started to see them stay in stores. I went to my local GameStop. I asked them very quickly and very assuredly. They're like, nope, we don't have any. It's like, understandable. And I was like, yeah, understandable. I started hearing, like, from people I know that, like, their GameStop started holding them in stock. And he's basically like, yeah, it's random when they come in, no rhyme or reason. I was paying attention on Twitter today to Wario64, and he posted a couple links, like, as they came available at, like, I think, like, Best Buy, Walmart, like, those kind of places, and I just clicked the link too late. But yeah, so it's kind of the point where it's like, I don't know if I go with if the OLED's even really worth it to me. Given I play most of my time in the dock, it might just be worth it to get an OLED and then like, or to get like a red box switch, just like regular, and then just get an OLED dock. Like that very well could be like sufficient for me, right? Like, you know, the OLED doesn't really affect anything in docked mode, so it's like, that doesn't really affect anything for me, you know? Don't think I'll get the games right now because usually get any new Pokemon games at Christmas. I feel that, Rose Girl. I think a lot of people kind of have that happen, right? Especially if like other people get them the games and stuff, you know? Like, it's a Christmas gift. You'll get it on Christmas. And it's like, okay, yeah, like makes sense, but like I want them now. It's like I will forgo the gift on Christmas if I can get this a little earlier. Yeah, so like I was hoping to get an OLED, but basically I'm just gonna do like one more check like tomorrow, and then like I'm also just gonna ask them like, do you have like any like non-OLED switches or just like any switches at all? I think like there's some Animal Crossing switches, which it's still strange to me that I felt like that was supposed to be some limited run switch, and it's just constantly been in stores. So it's like, that's an option. If I wanted to go with that, I could go with an Animal Crossing switch from nearly any store around me. It's like that is an option, but it's like I'm just gonna have to like see if they have any and then just decide from there, you know? Because for me, I just want the ability to like have both of them running at the same time. For hunting purposes, really, like soft reset hunting, I would kind of like to have two. Just in general, for kind of the efficiency's sake of like, I want my like Brilliant Diamond switch and my Shining Pearl switch. For a lot of that, kind of for that kind of like situation. Justin, what's going on? Tried to make a funny joke in a different stream, and the mod was abusing his power. He said, "Don't ask why you're putting time out." That stinks. That stinks. It stinks when like mods kind of like are a little bit too like overly aggressive in that regard, you know. Like, obviously, I respect mods. I have some in my chat when they decide to show up. Not that I really need them most of the time. You guys are chill, and there aren't that many of you, so chat's enough for me to kind of handle on my own usually. But yeah, no, obviously I respect mods and what they do because I think every streamer needs them at some point. But Yeah, it stinks when like you're in a chat and like it's very obvious that the mods are just kind of like doing too much. You know, where it's just like to them it's just like a power thing. It's like, I have power over this chat, so I'm gonna show that I have power over the chat. You know, because that's no fun. That's no fun for like anyone except the mod who's like power tripping. So that's one of the reasons why like I feel like, at least for me, it's part of why I don't give new people like mod powers too often. I think like in the history of this channel over the past like 4 years, I think we've had like 6 mods or something. 4 or 5 of them I've known personally. I think one I gave out as a meme, but the dude had been here for like 4 years at that point and like joked about it. I was like, yeah, I mean, you're chill enough. It'll be funny. But yeah, so how's everybody been doing? Is everyone excited for BDSP? I know we've been talking about it a little bit. But yeah, hope everyone was doing well. Hope everyone had a good Wednesday. Didn't see you guys yesterday. I'm really hoping at some point I'll have like this shiny reaction to put out as a video. I know I've got Pumpkaboo and Duskull, but I kind of told myself like I'm going to make a video with all of my like Halloween shinies. Granted, this one's gone like half a month past Halloween, so like does it really count anymore? I don't know, but I'm stubborn, and I'm not going to break before Drifloon does. At this point, right? It's like, I want to find it. I want to find it. I planned on it being part of the video. I got put in timeout again, so now you're here. Man, I'm sorry. Assuming it wasn't, like, actually a genuinely inappropriate joke. I'm sorry, man. Because, like, I don't know. I don't feel like you would have done anything like that. You've been fine here. So I'm going, yo, what's going on, Mitchie? Balloon. Yay, Mitchie. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, we're still going for the balloon. It's insane, honestly, that we're still going for it. The fact that we're at, like, nearly 3 times odds, ignoring... Like, we're almost at 3 times odds, ignoring the KO boost, right? Like... We're approaching full odds like if we didn't have the charm and we hadn't done KOs. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. This hunt really shouldn't be taking this long. I don't know why Drifloon of all these Pokemon decided it just didn't want to be shiny for us, but here we are. Here we are suffering. Or maybe I'm just suffering and you guys are very entertained by this. I don't know. Hopefully you guys are entertained. It would be really unfortunate for me if like I went through all this and you guys weren't entertained by the hunt. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know why this one's just decided that it wanted to be such a pain in the butt. You said was bad monkey noise? Huh. You were entertained. Thank you, Art. I'm glad to hear it. Maybe it'll end at 20,622 encounters so you can lift Carl's house from up. True. True. I thought we decided, though, that, like, Drifloons, like, you needed fewer Drifloons than normal balloons. Just because, like, Drifloons are, like, really strong. I thought that's kind of what we decided, but yeah, no. Maybe it really just wants to, like, go to Paradise Falls. But, man, imagine it going that long. It's taken us, like, a month, basically, of hunting to get to 3,500. Imagine going to 20,000. Maybe Drifloons have Elytras. They're really just like from the end. They're actually a Minecraft character. It's been an Easter egg in Pokemon since before Minecraft existed. Am I good with Mexican food? What do you mean by good with? Cooking it? No. Eating it? I enjoy eating it. My body tends to not enjoy that I eat it, but I enjoy eating it. See a purple balloon bird thing that floats too many. We've just seen too many of them. We've seen way too many of them. They haunt my dreams now. No, I genuinely can't believe that this one's actually gone this long. This is the longest hunt I've done in Sword and Shield, I think. Or the latter. I like eating it. I like eating it. I don't feel too great after I eat it, but I feel really good while eating it. Oh man. This is a little frustrating. So I have all my monitors on a stand and it's like super adjustable, right? Like, and that's great because you can put them exactly where you want them. But I don't know if anyone else like is like me. I would rather have a mount that just held them in one position, because for me, I've never been able to get a monitor stand to stay like properly tightened. It's like any point of adjustability just ends up becoming a point of slowly creeping away over time. I tightened up the monitor that's right below the camera, like the one right here. I usually have chat on earlier today because like it was really loose, and unfortunately the way that the gravity pulls on the monitor, it loosens itself. Like no matter how tight I make it, it just loosens itself. So like I tightened it like an hour ago and it's already like slid back. Have I ever had tamales? I actually haven't. No. Never had like tamales. I've had hot tamales, which are like the candy. But those are nothing. Those are nothing like the food, I would assume. Yeah, no. Now that I mentioned it, the monitor, I almost feel like the monitor has drifted worse than it was before I tightened it, which is extra frustrating. But basically, what it is like when I tighten it, it tightens in the direction I don't want it going. But then that also means when the monitor starts kind of falling, it loosens when it goes that way. It's like, come on now. If only you could slide some through the screen, I would love to have some. Yeah, if you guys could just give me stuff through the screen, would very much appreciate it. That's got to be the next invention. That's what YouTube needs as part of their chat system, right? Like Twitch might have all the other stream features like channel points and like polls and all these things built in, or not polls, but like predictions and stuff, and like all this chat interactivity built in. But YouTube could win if they basically could invent Wonkavision, but for stream chats. You don't like them? Not a fan of the tamales? What about them don't you like? I'm asking like I know what's in them. The wrapping of it, send some Sprite to me through the screen. I have to figure out where it's gonna come out so I can catch it with a cup. Because if I miss that one, it'd get really like messy, right? Like the Sprite would just get all over my desk and it'd just be like permanently sticky. Motion for Drifloon on my BSP team. Somehow, even though I catch it, it just disobeys orders all the time. I mean, honestly, it might end up there. We never know. Here's generally the thing I do with Pokemon, and it's probably what I'm going to do with this game, given that I am trying to complete the decks as quickly as possible. Seeing as I'm trying to complete the decks as fast as I can, my team's going to kind of be rotating in and out a lot, especially early on in the game. Just because if I can get some early evolutions of various Pokemon in, you know, stuff like Kricketot and the Kricketune and stuff like that, just by having them on my team for a little bit, like, it's pretty helpful. Because most of that stuff in the beginning areas at first has very, you know, fast evolutions, low levels, easy XP gains, like really like friendly XP curves and stuff like that. So it's probably my best interest for the first gym or two to just kind of like be swapping things in and out as I do every trainer battle and as I try to catch everything that's on a route. Because basically, my plan in my head, which maybe you guys give feedback on, my plan in my head is to try to catch every available wild Pokemon on a route before moving on to the next route, regardless of its encounter rate, just because that way I have all the options available to me to later on start using. I don't think I'm going to go as grindy as I usually do when I play through games off stream, because usually off stream I'll like try to grind a good chunk of the evolutions out early on. I think I might like do that every 2 gyms or something like that, do a little bit of grinding on it. I don't know how that'll go, because realistically it's not efficient to grind early on, because it's not efficient to go out of my way to grind levels early on, because I'm going to be grinding levels in patches of grass that are low level and don't have a lot of XP. So like that doesn't make a whole heck of a lot of sense to me in my mind. I might just like, so that's where it's like, I don't know, I might catch some stuff, have like 4 dedicated Pokemon on my team and use like 2 slots to kind of rotate in some other stuff to evolve it throughout while playing. Because I feel like you can do, especially in recent Pokemon games with permanent full team XP share and all this stuff, until you get like to the 7th or 8th gym, you can play the whole game with 4 Pokemon. So I feel like slapping a couple like Pokemon to just passively evolve in the background on my team is not going to be a big deal. BDSP prediction, more fire types. It does sound like it is a bit more of the Platinum decks. Bottled Sprite maybe? I would like that. That would be much more convenient. Send a Furret through the screen. The Furret will just walk on through. The wrapping's messy, agree, but worth the mess. I got you. You're too small YouTubers and they stop making videos and it's sad. It happens. Sometimes it's either it can be like burnout or it can just be, you know, they kind of move on and do some other stuff. I know I took a break from streaming for a while. It was a mix of burnout and also like I graduated college and needed to find a job and a place to live and a lot of other stuff that like kind of put streaming as a little bit less important. But I'm back now, so maybe they'll come back. Might slow you down, but you tend to do that every game. Here's a fun fact, dislike button's an upside down like button. The dislike button, YouTube doesn't seem to think it's nearly as important, or I don't know. I was trying to figure out how to word that, but the dislike button's staying, the dislike count's going away, and I think it's stupid. I don't know what your guys' thoughts are on it, but I think it's stupid, and even kind of ignoring YouTube's like the reasons that the community as a whole thinks is why YouTube's doing it, ignoring those, face value what YouTube says it's to do, which is to prevent dislike bombing and to promote creator well-being. It doesn't do that. I don't think it does that at all. It just makes everything more inconvenient for the platform as a whole and makes it more similar to other like platforms that we aren't on right now. We're on YouTube. There are reasons. Hey, what's going on, MC? Welcome to the stream. Might slow me down, but I tend to do that every game, like the leveling up and stuff. Yeah, so like that's where it's kind of like why I want to mix it up. I want to beat the game as quickly as I can. But I think I'm going to catch everything on the routes because that's going to take the same amount of time whether I do it early or later, so may as well do it earlier. So I just have everything at my disposal to go and like evolve all together. I can like complete the decks in more of like I can use like a more systemic approach to completing the decks at that point where it's like, all right, well I need to do this starter now. Well, I've got these starters, I can evolve them. Or I need to do like, you know, I have to get a Kricketune now. Well, I already have a Kricketot, so I can evolve that kind of thing. I might do that. I don't think I'm going to do my grindy stuff I do, because like I said, you're just going to grind way faster in post-game areas when the levels are way higher on wild Pokemon, so may as well just do it there, right? Like, that's my thought on that, is like, make it to post-game, and then you can start evolving everything way more quickly, right? It'd be like trying to evolve everything in Petalburg Woods and Oras when Blissey Farms exist. You know, like, it doesn't make sense to do it that way. Excuse for coming up, YouTube Rewind. See, that's where I was ignoring, like, the real reasons the community thinks, which is that, like, big brands don't want to post their videos on the platform if users can dislike them and hurt the brand's feelings. But it's like, yeah, brands still haven't gotten used to the fact that going on the internet means that you're open to criticism in ways you weren't open to it on cable television. But and brands aren't sucking up, but they have the money, so platforms have to suck up to the brands. That's my real thought on it. But yeah, in general, I don't know. Here's part of my perspective from the point of view of more of a creator on the platform. For the well-being perspective, obviously, yeah, it feels bad. It feels crummy to get dislikes on a video, especially a lot of them. But you get used to it really fast. Dislikes are one of those things you very quickly just accept that like a 90+% like to dislike ratio is pretty much perfect. Your video is going to get recommended to someone as YouTube experimenting to see if that person likes content in this genre, and they just don't, and they're going to dislike it to tune their recommendations. It's nothing personal, or it's a troll, and it's nothing to care about, right? Like, that happens. But they removed the public counter for you guys. I never look at that counter on my own videos. I see all of my stuff in analytics, and that doesn't change. So how does that help my like mental well-being if I'm like upset by seeing dislikes? It doesn't. It changes nothing for me. It changes nothing in that perspective for me. And the dislike bomb thing, it's like, so it's targeted attacks, which are an awful thing to do, especially because a lot of the times it's targeting harassing groups that already deal with too much harassment. But like, I don't think it's going to discourage it. Because sure, it's like they don't have a counter to see, but it's not like the counter is was egging them on and like the thing that drove them to like target and dislike bomb. Because it wasn't disliked before they bombed it. So like they're just gonna, in their same like hate group Discord server or wherever they're doing it, gonna decide, hey, let's go target that video. If someone wanted to dislike bomb one of my videos, it's not going to be coordinated in the comments on that video where they're looking at the counter. It's going to be coordinated on some like Mindless Enigma's awful subreddit or like Discord server or something. I assume that doesn't exist, but maybe. And they're still going to do it, and I'm still going to see it. Like, the person they're trying to harass is still going to see the harassment. You know, so like, I don't know. I think it doesn't do anything except make it where there can't be news articles for insert brand released bad idea and bad video, and now they're getting flack for it. That's the only thing it stops. No dislike button. Dislike that. The button's still there. You can still go dislike their announcement video on it. People now put thumbs down in the comments instead of disliking a video. See, it's like, but that's another thing I've seen. My comment sections are pretty empty usually, outside of like people saying congrats on highlight videos. So again, different for me, and I don't comment on a lot of videos that aren't live chats, so I don't see the comment section very much. But yeah, it's just gonna drive the negativity down to the comment section, where now they're gonna put the effort in to be even a little bit more brutal and harassy. Like it just doesn't make sense to me. They say they tested it, and alright, I guess maybe it works, and I just don't have that perspective, but it just doesn't seem like it would work to me. It doesn't seem like it'll have any actual positive effect for the small creators they say it will. Now they're going to make that Willy Wonka thing so you can send a thumbs down through the screen. Yeah, there you go. That's the real reason, Mitchie. Who would ever just like the stream change it? But see, it's like you can see it there, and like I guess like that's the one thing they're kind of going for, is like you dislike a stream and the chat goes, oh, who disliked it? I don't care. I don't care. I've always just viewed it and said whenever people are like, oh, are you upset someone disliked? I'm like, no, it still counts as an interaction. Because it does. And interactions are how YouTube gauges if they show a live stream to people while it's live. So, like, I don't care. But it just, I don't know. It doesn't seem like it's going to do the things they say they like implemented it to do. So from that perspective, I think it's a failure of a move. I think it's a bad move. And I think it moves them closer to a bunch of other platforms I don't use, partially for reasons like this. I think this might be a little bit of more of my old school internet shining through in me, and I know that that's like a bygone era at this point. But the idea of a lot of companies, especially in like the social interaction space, sweeping any kind of negative discourse under the rug, and acting like it doesn't exist is extremely unhealthy in my opinion. Like that's the sign of like toxic emotional health, right? Like this whole thing of like in general, a lot of like what is truly like toxic masculinity is like this whole idea of like men don't show their emotions and stuff like that. And it's like the internet is doing that, it's like, it's just gonna go somewhere else and become more concentrated, and and now there's gonna be more effort put into it. And it's like, I just don't, this like weird like picturesque image of nothing bad ever happens on the internet, despite the internet being like one of the most pure forms of communication in the modern era, is the dumbest thing. It doesn't exist. There's always negativity on a platform, but there's also constructive criticism, right? Like, there are valid reasons for everything not to be super weirdly cheery and positive, you know? Like, there are valid reasons for that. And I think hiding that just because you think that, like, it makes your platform look more positive, if anything, just makes everything look a little more fake and less legitimate. Which, again, old school internet, it was all about just being incredibly authentic, you know? Remove the dislike button with inspect element. Mitchy, you're hired. YouTube needs devs. You're there. Comment section's pretty empty. Hashtag empty. Gotta love the puns. Yeah, empty. It's your calling. It's your responsibility to fill up my my comment sections. Hashtag Mitchy fixes the internet. Yeah, all trolling's gone. Mitchy removed the dislike button, guys. But yeah, so that's my rant on it for the day. As far as like, it just seems like a nothing kind of thing. Like, it just seems like such a low effort thing to say we tried, or literally all they have to do, yeah, is like Mitchy, you removed the dislike button. That's all they're doing, is they're going to update the HTML on the page to not have the counter. That's it. They're replacing the counter with a static element that's the dislike as a word. That is the most nothing thing they can do to say that they fix stuff, instead of having to actually put the effort into, like, fix spam comments, filter who can actually like and dislike stuff. You know, like, there's all these things they could have actually done that had nuance to them, or anything like that, and instead they just, like, they basically are like, what can the junior dev do for the least amount of money? That's the rant for the day. Mindlessing with 2020. And then I immediately picked it back up. Very well put. Thank you, Jesse. Thank you. Now, I've been thinking about it a good bit since it was like announced yesterday. I was like, it just doesn't seem like, it doesn't seem effective to me. And I'm not alone there. I think a lot of creators, big and small, have spoken up, talking about how, like, from the perspective of a creator, it doesn't seem like it's going to do anything. Again, maybe the people that they talked to and they said they kind of experimented with, like, truly were experiencing, like, had somehow just become very unfortunate targets of, like, almost gamification of those counters. And, like, that sucks. You can disable it, right? Or, like, have a channel be able to opt in to, like, hiding it, right? Like, I think if you opted into letting a creator hide the dislike counter, like, as an option, that's different. But because I know, like, a lot of times creators who end up, like, removing ratings from their videos do get, like, kind of railed on in the comments more until they turn the comments off. And, like, that's gotta suck. But, like, that's just because it's so obvious you can't like or dislike. But, like, if you just kind of, like, subtly made it where, like, the dislikes were just, like, a dislike word, like, maybe you'd get less then in those rare cases. But that's not everyone, and I think as a whole it hurts the platform. Change it back to a like button now. Change the dislike button to the like button. It's all likes now. No dislikes allowed on the internet, guys. 2 thumbs up. It's sad that, like, it is sad though. Videos like a neutral response now aren't gonna have the like and dislikes be equal anymore because you can't see the dislikes. Like, at some point you gotta start having, like, the author of that video, like, being like, hey guys, This is the update on the dislike counter. We're at like a 49 to 51% ratio. We gotta fix this. Future rants will be about people liking them too much. Yeah, guys, you guys gotta hate me more. You know, you gotta start drama so I end up on like some of those drama channels, right? Like, you guys are too positive. No one's ever gonna find this channel like this. I just gotta get all the rants out before BDSP, right? Everyone's gonna be coming in and want to see like video game footage, and I'll be here ranting about whatever I normally ranting about for the day. I have a rant though. I have another rant though, guys. I just remember this is something I did kind of want to like bring up and see what you guys think. So I talked to some friends. They agree with me. I want more validation though. So I'm gonna talk about this. So, as many of you who are regulars know at this point, I stream Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. The reason for the gap on Wednesday is that I go karting on that day. That's the day that I go out, and most like the regulars are at the track I go to. And then I take the weekends off because they're the weekends, and I have various things going on, from watching football games to watching races to going racing and all the other things I do on a weekend. But Wednesdays is the big one. Obviously, I go to my local go-karting track and race there, basically from like 7 to 10. Basically, the time I'd be spending streaming, I am spending sitting in a go-kart racing, usually. And sometimes we've ended up there and like they close at 10, and I feel bad when we're racing and like we usually end up picking specific karts because, you know, during like general racing, some ones have been damaged and they don't turn as well or they don't go as fast because the batteries need to be replaced. Like, various things happen to the karts over time, so when we're trying to like eke out the tiniest little bit of time, the staff lets us choose our karts. And what we'll do is a lot of times we'll be like, oh, all right, we want to choose that kart, but it just ran 2 races ago. It's got to charge for 5 more minutes. I felt bad the couple of occasions where I've been waiting for the kart to charge, and I know the race is going to start at like 9:57 and finish at like 10:02, and I'm like, I really don't want to be doing that to them, but they're fine with it. I'm very apologetic. But that brings up the point to me to ask, what are your guys' thoughts on what like the etiquette is for you? You show up to a place, you know that like the thing you're going to do is going to take a amount of time that you can kind of figure out ahead of time. Like, let's say a place closes at 10, okay? Like this, basically, let's say we're talking karting. The place closes at 10, you show up, you want to do a set of races. It's going to take about 30 minutes. When would be the latest you would feel okay showing up and signing up in that situation, right? Like they close at 10, it's going to take 30 minutes to do the thing. When would you be like the latest you would show up? Dislikes changed to he's okay. Broke himself, goes to go-kart track, goes out of track, new free car, you guess. Yeah, you wouldn't get very far. We run the cart. The carts go pretty dry after running them like 5 miles effectively. But yeah, so this is the general question. In the like, basically, like, what would your feelings be showing up to a place like in like, yeah, like a place where you know it's going to take a while to do the thing you're there for? It's showing up relatively close to closing. Like, what's the latest you would show up in that situation, right? I want to see what chat's thoughts are here. So if you guys like have an answer to that, like a thing's going to take 30 minutes and they close at 10. What's the latest you would show up to do said thing, right? Like, under the knowledge that it's generally accepted that if a customer shows up 1 minute before closing, they can do the thing, whatever it is. Usually, that seems to be pretty accepted. Like, is like kind of the rule from the business, not like the socially accepted thing, but like from the business perspective, they're like, the employees are already here for another hour, let them do the thing, because we'll make money off it, right? Like that happens. That's the like business side of it. But like from like your side, as like, what do you feel is like the socially acceptable time to show up for that, right? Yo, Timmy Turtle, welcome to the stream. How you doing? You got 2 shiny Wingull and a horde in a single horde? No, suffering from success right there. Yeah, 2 shiny Wingull at once. Have to choose one of them. That's the most unfortunate thing right there. Have you said ka-chow on a cart yet? I have not, no. I have been very focused on not wrecking them. I still smack the wall a bit more than some of the other guys, pushing the carts a bit hard, trying to find their limits. So I focus on not doing that a lot. Alright, but so to the question, I said, Twist, what's going on? Nothing like sitting to wait for your professor to show up to your 8 p.m. class. Oof. I mean, I still got time. I still have time. It's got like 11 minutes. But yeah, so to the point, you win every kart race, you make sure you're in the top kart, like in the best one. Double checked your email and he has not canceled class. I mean, there's still 11 minutes though, right? Yeah, but okay, so to the point that I had made before, or like the question I had asked before of like, assume something takes 30 minutes at a place you're gonna go to, like a service place. It takes 30 minutes, they close at 10. What is the earliest or the latest you would show up to that? Like, feel is socially acceptable to show up to that? To me, I would say at least 45 minutes early in case anything goes wrong, and also wanting to still be done well before closing. That's me. And even then, I would feel like really that last hour, just in general, I always feel bad going into a store or like any kind of business in that last hour. I don't know why, unless like I have no other choice, right? Like a bank that's like, I finish work at 5 and they close at 6. That's different, but because banks just really need to change their hours. But yeah, like I would always feel bad going into a place and like signing up and doing the thing if it's going to take 30 minutes, showing up any later than like an hour before they close. Like just from my like personal feelings of not wanting to be the guy inconveniencing the people working there. And like understanding they have so much to do before closing, right? Relax, be ready, yeah. Just want to go home. Someone pulled the fire alarm in your building you've been up since 4. Oof. Oof. I can relate to that. Not from people pulling the fire alarm, but my old like apartment just like having terrible fire alarms. Yeah, so Mitchie, okay, so 45 minutes sounds good. Okay, cool. Because again, like I've said, I felt bad that despite knowing every employee in that building at this point on a first name basis and them knowing me, like to the point I just walk in, they go, hey Ian, and load in the number of races they know I'm going to do that are on my card because I've bought enough races in advance to just show up and race. Like, being at that point, I still feel bad knowing that I'm going to like be racing 2 minutes past when they would expect, like, when like it's kind of expected for them to be like closing and starting to clean up. There were some people who showed up last night who weren't like regulars, who just showed up. They came in like 15 minutes before closing. And of course all the employees are groaning like, oh, come on, we got to deal with like these people. And then fortunately for the employees, they breathed a sigh of relief when all these people, instead of turning and walking to the left towards the counter to sign up for racing, they just turned right and went over to all the games. Like they have an arcade for basically like if you're not racing or you're waiting to race, you know, there's like a couple little racing games. They had a punching bag machine that basically, you know, you hit it and it gives you a number for how hard you punched it. They did that for about 10 minutes, just that. Then they came over and signed up for races. At 9:55, when they close at 10, they signed up for 3 races, which, being like someone who knows what I'm doing, they don't have to give a safety briefing to, they don't have to like instruct me on how to park the cart, get out. I'll hook it up to the charger for them, you know, all this stuff. Like, it still takes me about 30 minutes to do. It would take them probably 45 minutes to do. And they showed up 5 minutes to closing and signed up for that. Like, that's... Why? I would never see that as okay. Right? Like, that just feels so inconsiderate to me. Next time they're gonna show up at 9:59, right? Yeah, like, they had turned off the screens, like, for signing up. And they had to turn them back on for these guys to sign up. Like, that's how it's like... You gotta know, like, how are you not that, like... able to like process and be aware of the fact that like you're doing that. You know, like, just to me, I don't know how you could do that, right? Like, I'd feel so awkward doing that. I don't know. But yeah, again, this just comes from my mentality of generally, like, I feel awkward walking into, like, a grocery store, just, like, a general, just, like, retail store within an hour of them closing. Sometimes, just 'cause I'm like, I don't know. I want them to be able to wrap up stuff early, you know? Like, I don't want to be an inconvenience. So, like, even if I'm going to pop in for, like, 10 minutes, I feel bad showing up in that last hour at any time. You work at a semi-large retail store? Yeah. Yeah, so, like, you probably have some experiences of dealing with the people who show up like, well, you haven't closed yet, and it's just because you're, like, walking over to turn off the open sign kind of deal. Like that's effectively what it was. I had customers come in 2 minutes before closing and stay for, like, 30 minutes. See, like, I just don't... I could never be that person, right? Like, if I'm walking in with, like, 10 minutes to closing, it is because I know I need something right now. I will try to find it on my own immediately, and if I can't find it by walking right to where I think it is, it's like, hey, can someone help me? I want to get this and get out before you guys start closing. I don't want to be here when you close, right? You remember in a meeting with your teacher and she didn't know you were in it, and she shut her laptop, and it made her leave the meeting, and she didn't get to check in for the day? You didn't get to check in for the day? No! Man, I had an issue with a meeting this morning. I woke up... I have a meeting at 7:30 every day, so I woke up at, like, 7:20, you know. Get up, get dressed, like, and, like, get the laptop turned on, right? Like, that feels pretty reasonable to me. I got on at, like, 7:19, I think is when I got on, because I looked at the message afterwards. I got on, and I had been invited to a meeting that started at 7 with my team that I just hadn't been in before. Second rant of the day. Yeah, that's why I said, like, I looked and saw the messages that were like, yeah, Ian's rant of the day is done. And then I was like, oh yeah, I had another one I was thinking about in the first place. And then the dislike thing happened as a whole. I wanted to talk about that too. But yeah, so, like, I don't know, that was just my experience yesterday of being like, that was so against how I would do something. And just like, I could never fathom doing that to, like, service employees. Some guy pushes way through the door as you were closing, like, locking the door. Like, just accept, like, I just don't get that, right? Just, like, accept that you missed it. Like, you're not getting good service at this point. They're annoyed you're there. You were just being an inconvenience. Ian Rant merch shirt. Who rant? Who? Me? Nah. I don't rant about things. Yeah, I don't know. It's just like, I feel like there should be a point. There shouldn't be a point where it's like, well, technically the customer can still show up. I feel like there should be a point where it's socially acceptable for, like, retailer service employees to be like, no. Like, nah. We're open. Like, I feel like closing time should be like the, hey, finish up. You're like, hey, finish up. We've given you a reasonable amount of time. Get to a register checkout, right? Like it really should be like the finish your activity and leave, not like basically, like, if you're shopping, it should be like, all right, you got stuff in your cart, go buy it, you know, and then get out. If you need more stuff, come back tomorrow. Like, that's, to me, I feel like there should be, like, that should be what, like, the what is thought of and understood as what you do at closing time should be that, right? Where it's like, you ordered something that should have taken 5 minutes and it's taking, like, 7 because of some weird inconvenience, and you're here 2 minutes longer. That's fine, right? Like, that's where I kind of, like, with my thing yesterday, I was 2 minutes late because, like, a cart should charge in 15 minutes and it took 20. Like, so it's like, in that way, it's like, I felt bad, but at the same time, it's like, it happens. You know, so, like, that's one thing. That's very different, in my opinion, from showing up. Like, I feel like there should be a point where, like, before closing time, that the employees should just be like, we're finishing up with the people who are here. That's it. The doors are locked from coming in. You can go out, but you can't come in, you know? Manager refused to check him out. temper tantrum. That doesn't surprise me. Anyone who like doesn't understand that like the door getting locked in front of you or actively being locked isn't like a countdown to try to get in the building, and it's like you are already late if the employees are even starting to walk towards that door. Who's Ian? I'm confused. Yeah, I don't know. Some weird guy. I like Ian's opinions. Coughs, rants. Yeah, no, it's totally just reasonable opinions, not actually ranting. In Snoop Dogg? Snoop Lion now, and now Snoop Dogg again, I guess. I don't know. How long did he change his name to Snoop Lion? I forget. I feel like it didn't last very long. But yeah, so now we've gone through both of my rants. And like I said, I feel like there should be an acceptable point for service and like retail employees. Just that you're not doing anything in this store in the like small amount of time that's left, right? Like it's like you're not reasonably getting anything done before closing time. So you shouldn't really be coming in here. You know, especially like something like go-karts where it's going to take, where like the races are 14 laps where I am. It's 14 laps, and generally speaking, it's about a 25-second lap for people who don't know what they're doing. Longer even on a lot of the laps when they spin. So it's like, so, you know, in that case, it's like, you really, like, if it's gonna take at least 10 minutes to do the thing, don't come do the thing. Really, who is Ian? It's a mystery. We'll never know. I guess it actually doesn't show my name on anything in this, does it? It doesn't show Ian anywhere, like, in normal gameplay loop, does it? Oh well, yeah, it'll just remain a mystery. Yo, Sezzy, what's going on? Long time no see. How's it been? Ian's just a weird shiny answer. Don't worry about him. Pretty much. No one will know this Ian person. Yeah, no one will ever know who they are. It's just like a legend in stream, right? Starting Alpha Sapphire again, want a shiny starting Pokemon? Should you go for Axolotl, Chicken, or Frog Gecko? Frog Gecko, obviously. I'm biased, maybe. I might be a little bit biased on that one. Ian person, but in Peppa Pig costume. Someone would have to get a Peppa Pig costume, man. Right now, I would say any donations are going to go to whatever the funds are for a second Switch, though. That's probably what that's what I would argue is going to be what anything goes towards right now. Just because I would like to get one of those for stream. Tree frog, leaf gecko with weird looking feet and a cabbage tail thing it is. Alright. Gotta go. Alright, see you later, Justin. Thanks for tuning into the stream, man. Hope to see you again soon. And yeah, hopefully you don't get timed out in any other streams. Until next time, take care, man. been good. Really excited for Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. Yes, I'm seeing all the leaks. I think the game will be really good. Yeah. So, I mean, honestly, I was really skeptical about the game in February after that first trailer. The first trailer was a masterclass in how not to do a trailer for that game. But, you know, then we heard nothing for months, and that concerned me. But then they came back in August and dropped a really good trailer, and continued to drop really good trailers, and the game looked more and more promising. And here we are. I'm very, very excited to get them. The leaks that I have seen have been great looking. I think the only thing I've seen be memed so far is the scaling of follow Pokemon. I won't say too much about it because people are probably avoiding a lot of it, but that's the one thing that's looked funky to me, and like I think it's reasonable, you know? It's reasonable that it looks funky. Like it's reasonable for people to be like, this looks off, but I think having more Pokemon than Let's Go made it hard to do it the way Let's Go did it, you know? Haven't seen any leaks yet. Nice. The only thing I want to see is version exclusives. If the leakers can show us the information from the whole dex, I would be very happy. Like, what all is the dex, right? Like, that's all I want to know. That's all I care to know is I want to know what makes the complete dex, which of those are version exclusives. I just want to know what I need to be looking for in which game. Because usually my plan is I try to catch everything, try to get everything in one game that I can, and just get the exclusives from the other. I don't know if that's actually the most efficient thing to do, but that's just how I've always done it. So I want to know what are the exclusives I need to be grabbing from Shining Pearl to trade over to Brilliant Diamond to complete my dex before making it a living dex and trading it back to Pearl. Because right now I guess we only know the version exclusive legends on that island from the official video. That's all I'm aware of knowing in terms of version exclusives right now. The other thing I have heard, which is kind of nice. Actually, I don't know. I won't say it just because Michi, you haven't seen leaks. I don't want to spoil anything for you. But yeah, so like everything official that comes out has been great. I just really would like to see, leaked or officially, I would like to see the exclusives. I want to see what's considered exclusive, and I want to see what all is available. Since it's not purely the Diamond and Pearl dex, it's got some Platinum stuff, and I believe it's just got some other Pokemon in it. Like I think it's got some stuff from post Gen 4, like it might have 5, 6, 7, 8 Pokemon in it, possibly. I want to know what's available. I want to know when I can consider my dex complete. Tell me the size, tell me the exclusives. Honestly, if I know that, I can kind of plan. If I know the size and the exclusives, we can work from there. But I would like to know that sooner rather than later, because I want to get my plans kind of set for that soon, you know. Also, thank you to everyone who's left a like on the stream. I really appreciate it. If you haven't left one already, would love it if you did. We always try to get to at least 15 likes on the stream. Our goal now, I would say, is probably 20. I would like to see 20 likes by the end of the stream, but if we could still get to 15, that'd be fantastic. Drifloon, can you turn yellow already? Still, the username is still relevant. No Drifloon luck yet. We are rapidly approaching 4096 with no luck in sight. Maybe this brilliant Drifloon will turn the tides for us. Or not. It can still be purple too. We have only seen purple Drifloon, when we should have seen like 3 or 4 shiny ones at this point. Because yeah, we have all the KOs done, so brilliants are 1 in 512. We've probably seen like 100 or so brilliants at this point. I would figure, maybe a little less than that. But that's kind of the problem, right? With like that's kind of the problem in this situation is like, I'm sorry, my nose is super itchy. It's the problem with like the KO method, right? Is that like there's such a minor benefit to doing it. I do it because it is an efficiency thing, especially once we hit this point where it's like we've encountered so many Pokemon post KO. that the KO, that the boost from the KO actually kind of starts mattering again. Itchy nose effect. I guess that maybe that's like a sign, right? Like if my nose isn't itchy, it means we're nowhere near the shiny. But as soon as it starts itching, we're like right about to find it. Yo, gamers, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. How you doing? We'll say to think about it more, like the fact that the games are trying to be faithful, as it means the good things about the OG games will be kept instead of getting rid of them. Yeah. So like, I think it was kind of smart. I don't think they were gonna please everyone no matter what, but giving people effectively, if you effectively give people Sinnoh, but through the rose-colored glasses, a lot of them remember it with, which is just gonna be, oh, I forgot how the pixel art looked. I forgot how slow it was, right? Like, if you give it to them and replace those, you know, it's modern graphics. Obviously, they're not like photorealistic graphics or something like that. Pokemon will never go that far. Like Gen 7 and Gen 8 are when they kind of Gen 7, I would feel like, is when they really realized the like art style fully realized the art style they wanted to go for. You can tell that because the in-sprite or the like in-battle models are the same as the out-of-battle models. Once they were able to do that, you could tell they were kind of golden. They kind of got what they wanted. Gen 8 shows that, and that it's very similarly styled models. It's just higher resolution. So I feel like we've kind of hit the max of what Pokemon wants to do with that. So like, there's no need to go photoreal, especially with a game that's trying to be faithful to some 2D sprite-based games. But yeah, so I think, I mean, I think that the art style looks pretty nice. What was I going to say? Yeah. And just like, they weren't going to please everyone if they tried to make something in the Gen 8 engine, because they were going to please a lot fewer people doing that. Versus just like, yeah, giving people the game, but through a modern filter. You fix the issue where like KOing a Blissey in one hit takes 5 minutes. You fix that kind of stuff, right? And like from there, you fix that kind of stuff, you add a couple neato little new features as far as customizations go, and off you go. You're perfect. Almost 1 week away from BDSP. For me, it's like a week and 4 hours. It's craziness. I'm so excited. I'm so very excited for this game, guys. I know I've said it a bunch. Yeah, I'm so excited. So we got a stream today, we got a stream tomorrow, and then we've got Monday, Tuesday, Thursday basically as streaming, and then it's BDSP time. And Thursday might not even happen. I think I've mentioned it might not happen just because of it might not happen just because I'll be prepping for the stream at midnight, as far as just like getting a little bit of rest. You know, like I feel like it'll probably be good for me to get the sleep I'll need to get it early if I'm not going to have it at night when I'll be streaming. It's like today, I don't know, my busy weekend caught up to me today. I planned on going out to the grocery store at lunch today, but I was a little bit sleepy, so like I'll like rest my eyes for a couple minutes, then I'll go. You know, I won't be able to spend as long out, but that's fine. Like it's only really gonna take me like 30 minutes, so I can get back before like I have to work again. I closed my eyes for a minute and woke up at the end of my lunch break. It's like, oh well, guess I'm going to the store afterwards. BDSP releases on the 19th, right? Yep, next Friday. So yeah, basically, stay up Thursday night until midnight, and the game will be out. Is basically what it is. I am excited. It'll be a fun time, I think, as far as As far as streaming goes, hopefully you guys are all there, or a bunch of people in general are there. I know a bunch of people will be streaming the game, so hopefully you guys choose me for watching. Would love to have you all. But yeah, so we'll be doing a ton of streaming all that night, all the next couple days. Ideally, I don't think we're going to be going for having the first shiny, but we're going to be going for getting as many shinies as fast as possible. Is there anything you're excited for in BDSP? You're looking forward to, what the heck? Why is my phone dying so fast despite not even being, like, doing anything? It's idle. My phone's idle, and it was, like, dying at a rate of, like 2% every 5 minutes or something stupid like that. But is there anything specific I'm excited for BDSP? You're looking forward to one of your favorite Pokemon, Drifloon, and getting to use it in the region it was introduced in. Nice. For me, I think it's a hopeful return of some really fun shiny hunting methods. I would love to see Poké Radar come back again. I would love to see Poké Radar come back. I'm assuming the like underground hideaway kind of deal is going to have a shiny hunting method to it. I think that'll be very fun. I'm really excited for the shiny hunting, and I'm just really excited to be excited for a new Pokemon game again. You know, I think when it came to games like Sword and Shield and Let's Go, I think that there wasn't a lot of excitement leading into those. I feel like there's more excitement in the community right now. There's still people who are a little bit more like, oh, why are they doing it this way? This is lazy and stuff like that, but you're always going to have that. I feel like this time around, way more of the community as a whole is excited for the games than in the past two sets of games. Really even going back to Usum, I would argue. So in my opinion, my favorite thing is just the fact that the community is excited for this one. It's the most excited I've been for a Pokemon game release since I started streaming, like back in 2017. So yeah, in my mind, that's one of the most promising and exciting things for me as a streamer is that there are people who are going to be interested in the game. There's probably going to be people who find the channel who haven't watched Pokemon content since, never, So, I'm excited for that. I'm excited to be playing with playing and talking with a lot of people new and familiar and just everything, everyone in between, right? Having people come back or just meet new people or you guys coming in and just, the game just looks really bright and fun, and it looks solid. I don't think there's going to be nearly as much, eye-rolling at it as there was at Sword and Shield post-release or skepticism going in as there was it with Let's Go. I think this game will just be, truly a game that I think people will go into and be like, okay, cool. You'll be like, awesome. Diamond and Pearl remakes. Awesome. They turned out all right. If you pre-order it now, if that's still an option, you can generally pre-order up until the release. You probably won't be able to get dual packs if you get it early. We have to go to the store to get it, or stay up to get it. So if you pre-order a game, you can pick it up anytime within the first week of it being out before they remove your reserve on it. You don't have to get it at midnight on release day or anything. Generally, you pre-order it so you can do that, but I have pre-ordered games before and then had them picked up the next day. That happened with my Usum copies. I missed the midnight release because they said they would call and give updates, and they didn't call me, and then the update would have been, hey, show up an hour early. We're doing it with a different time zone. It's like, okay. So I missed that. But yeah, so generally, you don't have to pick it up at midnight. You can pre-order it for it to be shipped to you. You can do that. Just don't pre-order through GameStop. Pre-order through Amazon or something, and they can ship it. So that one you would expect to show up on the truck on the day. Whenever your deliveries usually come through your area on that day, it would show up for you. But yeah, you can usually pre-order all the way up until it comes out. What I did with Sword and Shield was I showed up 10 minutes until midnight on the release day and decided hey, do you have extra copies? Yes, go in there. And I pre-ordered the games at 11:55 the day before they came out. If BDSP looks fun when you see me play it, you'll get it. Awesome, Mitchie. Awesome. I really feel like it's going to be fun. I really feel like it's going to be a super fun game. The only game I've ever pre-ordered was Super Monkey Ball. Can you pre-order a digital copy? Yes, you can do that, gamers. You can. That you would just do through the eShop. You would pre-order it, and that actually lets you preload the game. Usually, I think. I don't know. Someone else who pre-orders Nintendo games, you preload, right? I haven't ever done like a digital pre-order on the Switch, but usually the benefit of digital pre-orders is you can basically buy the game, and then like a couple days before it comes out, usually sometime around like Monday, if the game comes out on Friday, it's to kind of spread it out and let people, and not just give you Thursday where everyone's going to bog down the servers twice. In one day, they will open it up for preload. So basically, if you've pre-ordered the game and pre-purchased, you'll be able to download the game. It'll be on your Switch ready to go, but it just won't open until midnight on the 19th. Like, rolls over to, it'll roll over to Friday the 19th, and boom, you can click the game. It'll do one update, which might take a little bit, but not nearly as long as downloading the whole thing. And then off to the races. You can go and play the game. But yeah, honestly, Mitchie, that's the smartest way to go about it. I only pre-order Pokemon games because I stream them. If I didn't stream Pokemon, I wouldn't pre-order it. I would still probably buy it day one or midnight release even, but I wouldn't pre-order it. The only reason I pre-order is so I can confirm that I have games to make content for you guys. If I didn't have that if I didn't have that to worry about, like, I wouldn't pre-order them. It's like I didn't pre-order Sword and Shield because I didn't really plan on like playing it all that much for stream. I wasn't really streaming super heavily then at that point when those came out still. So like I didn't pre-order them. But like BDSP, it's like I know I'm playing both. I know I am putting serious hours into both in the first week. I'm gonna pre-order. That's just how it is. That's how it is as like a streamer. If I wasn't streaming, like I said, I would show up to a midnight release. If the GameStop was closed because I didn't do one, dang, I'll show up again in the morning. But with with these games, I'm just gonna be. I just pre-ordered to make sure I have them in time. Jake, what's going on? You just encountered a full odds shiny Nickit at only 270 encounters. Nice! Congrats on that. That's awesome. Give me some of your luck. I need it. Yeah, we have yet to see a shiny of any kind. We haven't phased. We haven't done anything. We just haven't seen Drifloon. We haven't seen shiny Drifloon yet. I'm still crossing my fingers we'll find it today, because otherwise we're gonna hit like 4,000. Oh, Creamotor, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Give me your luck. If I give you my luck, will I get your luck? I have to assume it's better than mine. I have to assume this is a positive trade deal from me. Yeah, congrats. Congrats, now me. I'm happy for you, but I hate you. Nah, I'm joking. Hey, username, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Hope all is well for you. Recently, randomly found a shiny Bidoof on the first route in Platinum. See, you guess? That's pretty awesome. It's better than this luck. We're almost 3 times odds, ignoring our KO method boost. I have to assume we've passed odds in that case. Maybe you change the hunt and go back. Your luck will be better. We've done that though, Jake. We did that. We did Pumpkaboo. We found Pumpkaboo in 65 encounters, and then we still haven't found Drifloon. Bidoof, the best Pokemon. Homework sucks. I feel ya. I'm glad I don't have homework anymore. Granted, I have to do all of my work at home now, but that's a different situation. That's a different situation entirely. You got a Bidoof card? Nice! Are they releasing like Brilliant Diamond Shining? I wonder how much, since Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl technically is a full game, but it's so weird in how it's set up, I almost feel like it wouldn't be part of this. Like, I have to imagine like the card sets are going to switch over to being like I guess they wouldn't, would they? I don't think there were any like Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire packs. What? It was just still Sun and Moon, so I guess it'd still be Sword and Shield, right? The god. Yee. Made a team on Showdown that makes Kanga a normal ghost type? How'd you do that? And how well does it work? The M Mewtwo EX sucks? Like, you just don't like the design of it? Or is like the card like stat-wise horrible or something? Joking, got you. It's working well. It uses a Gorgeist to set up. Uses Trick or Treat. Oh, cool. Yeah, so I have to keep running out here. So for anyone curious, I'm running out here to despawn everything in the grass so we get fully fresh spawns. Because it's way more likely for it to be a Drifloon on a fresh spawn than it is, like, we're way more likely to have Drifloon to encounter if we reload the entire patch as opposed to just running back and forth and crossing our fingers that, like, the Drifloon will replace with Drifloon, because then we just, like, it fills up with Ralts and everything else, you know, like Corphish and everything. Like joking, Bidoof is the best and Mewtwo's bad. Ah, got you. I've always known the Bidoof is good part, because that's not a joke, that's just the truth. I didn't know the Mewtwo bad part. I see. It's like just being upset you found like a rainbow rare Mewtwo card, but being incredibly happy for your for like the common Bidoof in the pack. All right, come on now. Nope. Currently trying to find a shiny Phalanx, but no luck so far. Are you trying to do it through like I guess it's not really soft resets, but is it soft resets? How does the Phalanx hunt work? Unless you're doing Masuda. Are you doing Masuda, or are you like encountering it like in like the overworld through like its few spawn points? Got 10 assignments, all due tomorrow. Rip. Best of luck finishing those, username. And gotta go. Alright, see you later, Mitchie. Thanks for being here. I appreciate having you in the stream. Hope to see you soon. Hope you can tune into the BDSP streams. Hopefully you like it and you end up getting the games. So I want as many people to play them as possible. Chose full loss of practice your patience, but Nickett said we don't do that here. We don't do that around these parts. Overworld, by teleporting to the route, you can reset them pretty quickly. Okay, cool. Yeah, because I was wondering like how that works, because Sword and Shield soft reset, like true soft resets, are kind of annoying. Oh, most of the homework's about Veterans Day? Got you. Makes sense. But yeah, okay, so I can see what you're talking about, Cream Motor. Just like, yeah, bounce off the route, bounce back, and yeah, all the spawns are reset. That's pretty nice. Need to get a setup move on your Kanga because it's too weak right now. Like, it's got the typing, but it just doesn't have the stats to pull through. I guess people are going to have to start learning how to counter Ghost Normal a bit more now that we've got the Hisuian forms for Zora and Zoroark. Assuming they become competitive in any way, I don't know. I guess they might have like a promising like typing and then just have horrific stats or something. I don't know if the stats had been posted online along with the types. I'm guessing the forms have the same base stats as the Pokemon they're like as the original form, but it's just like mixed up a little bit. Right? Like, has that been how it was with like Alola and Galarian forms? Was it just like same base stats but mixed up, or was it like genuinely like completely different stat counts? Because I pay so little attention to competitive. Like, I'd never actually even looked at like what the difference would be between them. What are the Gen 8 Shiny Hunt or Shiny Shooty Hunt now? Specifically looking at Gen 8 Pokemon, you've done Nickit. Have you done Wooloo? Have you done some of the Galarian Pokemon are cool. Galarian Zigzagoon, I really like its shiny. That's actually the first shiny I hunted for in Sword and Shield. I got the whole line of those. What if the Hisuian form never appear in future games and thus they're actually unusable in competitive gameplay? That would kind of suck. I'm assuming they're gonna give some kind of in-game canonical reason that you can trade these extinct Pokemon up to new games. I'm gonna assume that at some point, especially given the Zora reveal, there was like the time travel, the time machine kind of talked about. I'm going to assume something like that is used like in canon as a reason to get the Pokemon up into home, or just trade them into like BDSP or into Sword and Shield or into Gen 9 or whatever it ends up being. Spelling 5 times each is easy. Oh, you're just typing, just copy paste the words? Yeah, right. I always had to write it out. Zigzagoon was also the first one you did because it's awesome. A good taste. Now, Galarian Zigzagoon was fantastic. They'll probably appear in future games, but knowing Game Freak, you can never be sure. Oh, yeah. Oh, totally fair. Totally fair. I mean, before Gen 8, I mean, we would have been like, nah, there's no way they wouldn't be in new games, but yeah, you're right. You never know. There are plenty of Pokemon. I feel like there's a bunch of Pokemon that at this point still you can't get like in any game other than Gen 7. Like if there are any Gen 7 Pokemon that aren't accessible in Gen 8, they're just only in that game right now. How come you were too dumb to know at the start of the year? Because you were a good student then, but at this point you're so far in, you're just like, you're done with it. That's how I was. I'd always start out doing it one way, and I'm like, I won't do it the other way. That'll be cheaty. And then one time it happened that I needed to, and then I just never stopped doing it that way. That's how it always was for me with that kind of thing. Too much stress. You gotta find some way to get rid of it, for sure. Some way to like, lower the load of it. If karate, yeah, if you got other stuff going on, I get that. It's like, yeah, I always had extracurricular stuff going on at like in school, and that definitely always it always made it a little bit more stressful, and definitely would cut into homework time. I know there were a few times where it was like I had to stay late for like robotics when I was in that, and like because I stayed late for that, I didn't have time to do my homework at night, so I did it early in the morning, kind of situations, and yeah, that was never fun. Now the days are shorter, and the time you get home it's like 8, yeah, and it's like dark outside and everything, and it just feels way later. Yeah, that was weird for me today when I got home from like the grocery store, and it felt like it was, you know, like 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock, and instead it was like 5:45. I was like, yeah, no, this definitely doesn't feel weird at all. Because I moved into this place, like the days were getting shorter, but they weren't that much shorter, you know, like it kind of like flips like a switch, where it's like the days suddenly drastically start getting shorter, and then they'll slow down a little bit, and then like, you know, early spring it'll start getting longer super fast. That's just kind of where we're at right now with it, like rapidly getting shorter. Where it's like every day it's noticeably earlier that the sun sets. Any Pokemon you're planning on shiny hunting first in BDSP? I don't know about first, I just know I'm going to be hunting all of them. My goal is actually to try to complete a shiny dex in that game before Legends comes out. I don't know how possible that is. We're gonna find out of a shiny living dex. So yeah, I don't know how possible that is, but we're gonna try to do that. Like, we're gonna try to do that. We've got basically 2 months, right? We've got half of November, all of December, and I believe most of January. Yeah, most of January. So we basically have like 2 months to do that. So I'm gonna be doing a lot of streaming and a lot of hunting. That's why my plan is for release night, and really for the first 4 days, basically Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, streaming as much as possible. I'm taking Friday and Monday off of work. I'll probably end up taking the next Friday off as well. given that that Friday is Black Friday and we have Thursday, I'll have Thursday off already because of Thanksgiving. So we're going to get a ton of streaming in those days. And then from there, just kind of working around my work schedule and streaming as much as we can. My goal is in those first 4 days, basically the day it comes out through that following Monday, beat the game. Hopefully beat both games. If not beat both games, beat one game and either be a chunk into the other game or a chunk into the decks. That's my thought. That's my plan. And then by the end of that week, so given that we have like Friday, I'll hopefully have Friday as well to stream. I'll plan on trying to complete the decks by then. Hey, Shiny Sorlo, welcome to the stream. Happy Remembrance Day. Happy Remembrance Day. I guess like not super happy, but at the same time like it's a good day. It's a good reason for holidays and stuff. It's a good reason to have one, right? Made this guy leave because you added a ghost type to one of his mons and then hit it with a ghost move. Oof. Shiny Sorlo, thank you for the sub. I appreciate that. Sub hype for Sorlo in chat. And Spartan, welcome to the stream. How you doing today? If they don't shiny lock the starters, your first one will be Turtwig, but maybe not. So it seems to be confirmed that there is no shiny lock on anything except for the mythicals. So starters and legendaries should be huntable. Gamers, you gotta go. Alright, see you later. Am I also Canadian? I am not. I'm American. Why won't your password work? Maybe because it's not the right password? Just add please to the end of the password. Maybe that'll work. Come on. I don't know what's going on with my phone. I know what's going on with my phone. It's gotten old. It's very old. It's very old in terms of phones. One of the things it's been doing recently is really annoying, and it's like, wait, no, hold on. Why'd you do that? I turned that off a while ago. It turned on Bluetooth on its own. One of the things that's been happening is I have a little like Bluetooth wristband I'll wear. And what it's been doing recently is just constantly asking to pair with it. Like, it's already paired. It should already be paired and connected. It should never not be. But it's just recently decided to not continue to do that. And, like, I have to assume at this point it's on the phone side. So it's Veterans Day for you? Sorry, offensive. No, it's not offensive at all. Yeah, so we call it Veterans Day. It's basically the same thing, though, right? I know, like, in various places it's Armistice Day and all that. But, yeah, so here we call it Veterans Day. Triggered by the bad password. I didn't mean to run into Corfish. Oops. Yeah, so I don't know what's up, but yeah, basically my phone, like, it has a little Bluetooth, like, bracelet connected to it, and the past few weeks it's occasionally asked, like, oh, do you want to pair? And I'm like, yes. I don't know why you're asking, but yes. And I'll pair, and it'll go, okay, and it's fine. But recently it's been just, like, constantly doing it. And I think I foresee a factory reset on my phone in the near future. Reason you're saying sorry is because I might have said the wrong name. Nah, you're fine. You're fine. Yeah. So it's Veterans Day here. So you had it right. But yeah, nah, no problem at all. I hope you're having a good day, Sorlo. Did your brother change it without telling you? I guess it's possible. What do you think about them giving away mythicals just like that? Happy for it since you can finally get a Mew and Jirachi. I have no problem with it. Mythicals have pretty much been like gift Pokemon in that kind of sense for a while now. I mean, they literally just like sold you Mew for $50 with the Pokeball Plus in Let's Go. So like, it's not new. Jirachi was originally like a giveaway for a pre-order bonus, you know? Like, it's not... Mythicals have usually been the Pokemon that are dealt with that way, as far as being like some kind of like, you have both games, congratulations, or oh, you bought this other thing, congratulations. Like, they've always been like that. So it's not like we lost some kind of like epic battle with Mew or Jirachi over this. It wasn't ever going to happen like that. Like, if they did that with all the legends, if there was no way to hunt legends, but they'd give them all to you because you went to GameStop and spent $20 or something, that'd be a little bit different. But yeah, especially since these are just like, congrats, you have the games, have Jirachi or have Mew. Like, I'm happy with it. I'm fine with it. It'd be cool if they were shiny huntable, but Pokemon like that being shiny huntable is really hard to pull off. Finally done something your bullies couldn't. What's that? Also, guys, we're so close. We're so close to 15 likes. If we could get there, that'd be awesome. Shiny Eevee, welcome to the stream. How you doing today? Good to see ya. What's up here? Just slowly losing my mind to this Drifloon hunt. Because I genuinely don't know how we have gone on this far without seeing a shiny. I feel like chat would have noticed if we had seen, if I had like failed a shiny by running away from it at this point. I'm genuinely kind of confused here on what's going on with the Drifloon. Math question for Patters. Had to give it an algebraic expression. You were one of 5 people who got it right. That's awesome. That's super cool. Congrats on that. Yeah, but we're legit just sitting here at almost 4,000 encounters. Almost 4,000 encounters on a Pokemon that should not go to 4,000 encounters. Imagine running into the Drifloon over there and it's shiny. I doubt it, but let's see. I'm kind of relieved, honestly. I don't know if I'd be able to handle a Drifloon's like actually, I don't know. Maybe Drifloon has like less dangerous moves for KOing itself, possibly. I know Drifloon here, like, it basically can't hurt Quagsire. Drifloon just really likes being purple over yellow. I guess so. Ever tell you dumb again? How couldn't you figure out the math question? You always got something. You got something to clap back with there. Would have been epic though, right? It would have. It would have totally been epic. It would have been definitely like a highlight of the stream. It was like, lol, let's just see if this one's shiny, and it turns out to be shiny. Want to do something real quick? Got you, got you. You're all good, username. Definitely didn't go try to see what your password is. I mean, even if you did, that'd be understandable. At the moment you're doing an ultra hardcore Nuzlocke, awesome. What game are you doing it in? And what makes it ultra hardcore? Are there special rules on it? Password's like somewhere in your photo gallery, very deep down. I see. Yeah, I've started using LastPass for that, just like to keep everything like more organized. It's nice, but at the same time, it like can be a little bit inconvenient. Shield, do I have Discord? Yeah, so I have a Discord server. Nightbot occasionally posts a link for it in chat. There is a link in the description, as well as you type !Discord. Nightbot will post the link again. Feel free to join if you have a Discord account. Would love to have you there. I didn't mean to run into the Ralts. Yeah, there you go. Just realized your name's on screen. Yeah, most recent subs do tend to show up there. Sometimes they don't, just depending on, sometimes Streamlabs is a little bit weird, but it's working today. So yeah, newest sub shows up on the list. Is the keyboard covering it? Covering what? I feel like we're getting a good number of brilliant Pokemon today. I guess I'm mindless enigma. Yee, I am indeed the one that's like specifically at the top. When we can have that 1 week off? 1 week off from what? Caught a spring on my monitor arm. Or not my monitor arm, my mic arm. Sending the rules to your ultra hardcore Nuzlocke. Okay, cool. Cool. I just say I started a game of Pokemon Sword, but you can only use Pokemon based off of animals that are allowed to be pets. For example, you can use Rookidee, but not a Hoothoot. Interesting. Interesting. You mean you don't consider an owl to be a pet? Nah, that's fair. That's a good move. I'm guessing your starter was like Scorbunny. Survive the night. Oof, man. Welcome to the stream. Welcome. How are you doing today? You have a pet owl. Man, as much as I would love to have one, that would be like so dangerous. That'd be so dangerous, IRL. You're doing good. Awesome. Good to hear. Phone doesn't have a gallery filled with memes. That's pretty much all that's in mine. Memes and pictures of my cat. Megu, what's going on? Shokato. I can try to get her real quick. She's probably going to be asleep, so she's probably not going to be a happy camper about it, but I'll grab her. Yeah, 1 second. I've returned. I have Kato. Oh. Her name is Adele. Oh, you okay? Yeah, she wasn't happy. I had to wake her up from my nap, but okay, she's happy now. Cat don't want to be here. She's hanging out still. I think I was just holding her a little wrong, I think. It's weird to think that all the Furt Walking until Diamond and Pearl remake streams will end in like a week. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I feel like they've all started and stopped several times at this point. I know there were several of them that happened even like before. Like a lot of them happened even before like they were announced. Because a lot of the ones I remember seeing were like the Walk Until Diamond and Pearl remakes are announced. Cat, big, cute. She is adorable. She is also very loud most of the time. Went to the Halloween stream for the cat. Yeah. For those of you who don't know or weren't here, for Halloween, I dressed up as Ash Ketchum, and I had my cat dressed up as Pikachu. Just went to the Halloween stream for the cat and then left. A lot of people did. A lot of people had other things going on, which is understandable. It is Halloween. What do you think you should do if you find a shiny that isn't a quote-unquote pet Pokemon? I feel like you should still catch it. I don't know, because you can always take that and then trade it to another game. You know, I feel like there's not a reason to, like... I don't feel like there's a reason to not catch it, you know? Ash Ketchup. Brandon. I don't know who Brandon is. At least not by that name. Yeah, no, I don't, that name does not seem familiar to me. Now you can see, like, top of cat. Just barely on stream. Yeah, usually it's like 50-50 whether or not she takes a nap the entire time I stream, or if she sits outside the door, scratches at it, and screams at me. Cato Peak. Yee. Ow. Usually she either naps through the whole thing, or you can hear her on the mic with the door shut. Yeah, today she's just chilling. Oh. What streamers do I watch? I mostly watch other shiny hunters, like Puffin, Beal Binky, Horsey Games, Fusor Dab, like just other people in the community that I know of. That are also streaming when I'm able to watch, because I know there are other people like Kem who stream like while I'm in meetings every day. Like I always see like him streaming, and then but I can't check it out, you know. When will I get Bunsen? I don't know. The big question right now is when we'll get Drifloon. Foos is your friend? Oh, awesome! Yeah, he was here the other day. For a little bit. Seriously, Game Freak, do you think is this rare to find a yellow balloon? I guess they do. I don't know. You watch Beal, Binky, and Puffin? Yee! Yeah, they're great guys. Didn't record your reaction because you didn't expect to shiny that fast. Oh, you're like 270 encounter one? Yeah, I get that. It's like, yeah, well, especially when you're doing full odds, it feels like the first like 500, even if you're not doing KO or just like, or still feel like setup encounters. Like, despite them being just as likely to, especially in full odds when you're not like chaining up at stuff, it always feels like they always feel like setup no matter what, right? Like it's like, yeah, I won't find it in these, but I got to do these before I can start finding it. Speaking of shiny balloons, you know someone who might still be looking for theirs, aside from me. Do you know what Milo's highest level Pokemon is? I'm blanking on the name of it, but isn't it his Eldegoss? Or is it not his Eldegoss? I'm not sure. Draw Drifloon, now you have a shiny IRL. Just go get a yellow balloon and a little bit of blue tape. I can make this shiny. It feels like you're increasing your chances even though you aren't. Yeah, like it's definitely like part of gambler's fallacy, but at the same time it's like, because like, yeah, it's super rare and almost impossible to find a shiny on the first encounter, but your odds of finding it on the first encounter are the same as finding it on like the 3,787th encounter, you know? Like, our odds of finding it next encounter are just the same as they were of finding it the first, assuming it's not a brilliant Pokemon. So it's like, you're technically not building up to anything. It's just eventually you get lucky. Eventually the odds do play out in your favor. Level 20 Eldegoss? I did not know. I did not know what level it is. But Shiny Eevee says it's level 20. I believe them. Better get the shiny. This is where you thank Bulbapedia. Yeah. Bulbapedia and Cerebi are right where I pretty much go for everything I need to know. Get the shiny soon. I fast forward to the live stream and saw, yeah. That's a trick I should really be using more, right? Just like drag that slider forward in my own stream, see what I do. It's also good for streamers to make sure they don't make mistakes, right? Pokemon DB. I don't end up on that one nearly as much. I feel like Cerebi and Bulbapedia tend to cover most everything I need, which is usually just the basics, finding where the Pokemon are, or finding where items are. Pokemon DB can be useful for sure. It's just, it doesn't come up for me as much. What if you tried that and it worked? That'd be scary, right? It'd be like the scene in Spaceballs, right? Where they like have a copy of the movie they're actively in. You might be a shiny? That'd be pretty nifty. Both shinies or enemies are friends? What? Oh, okay. Oh yeah, 2 shinies to survive the night. You're like, hey, you might also be one. You just aren't called a shiny. Profile picture is a merge of Raikou and Umbreon, but you do have a shiny Umbreon profile picture. True. If you find Drifloon, what do I go for after it? I think the plan would be to start going for our Dratini and Let's Go again, because we stopped that hunt at the start of October to do like our Halloween hunts, and then Drifloon's the last of the Halloween hunts to wrap up. So once we find Drifloon, we'll be done with our Halloween hunts. 11 days into November, hopefully, and hopefully not like 12 or 15 or whatever it ends up being. Hopefully we find it before BDSP comes out at least. Then we will. Then I'll go to Dratini. If we find Dratini, which is kind of up in the air, just given our luck at the moment, it's up in the air if we find a shiny Dratini or not. If we find that, we'll go for Terrakion and Usum in the wormholes. We already have that pulled up, and I plan on going for that. If we find that, we'll either go for Virizion or go for Grookey. Basically just wrapping up hunts that have been left open, because I'd like to kind of go into BDSP with a fairly fresh slate. You know, like I feel like I kind of cleaned everything out a while ago in terms of like my leftover hunts I just hadn't finished up, and now I need to get back and kind of complete them again. May I ask what my real name is? My real name's Ian. That's my trainer name in all the games, so it's not like a secret of the streams or anything. It doesn't show up in this specific gameplay loop. Usually it shows up a lot. All the mons are stuck in your head. Just have to battle the gym leaders that much. I still just got a cat in my lap. She decided that this is where she's going to be for the rest of the stream, probably. Just, despite sitting in my lap, she still wants more attention. Doing a Fairy Nuzlocke on Pokemon Shield? Nice! Hope that's going well. What Pokemon are you using for it? Because I'm trying to think of like what the earliest fairy Pokemon you can get it are. Unless you're just like trading some in so you're able to do it. '24, 27, and 34. I don't know why I feel like the 34 is a jump. To make it harder, you give yourself a Togepi for start. Interesting. Interesting. Just to clarify, your pet only playthrough does not go off of what type of the species is. Such as AC and Zombies to being types of dogs. It goes off the exact species. Can't use them because they're wolves. Yeah. I kind of figured that when like you gave the example of like Rookity versus Hoothoot. Like, cause that makes sense, right? Where it's like, yeah, one's a bird that like you could argue it like ends up being a crow, but even a crow, like you could probably argue is a little bit more of a pet than an owl. Especially given that like, or like Corviknight, so I guess like a raven, right? Like, but given that like as a Rookity, it really is just like a bird, generic bird. How do you make your own shiny Drifloon? First buy a yellow balloon, blue tape, glue, cotton balls, and a marker. That's basically all you need. Draw the eyes and make the mouth with the tape and marker. Yep, basically. Shiny Galarian, Galatians, Galarian Ponyta or Clobopus? I say Galarian Ponyta. I'd like to do that one, but I'm not far enough in Shield. Get the cotton balls and glue them on. Yep. Basically all you need to do for it. Love Galarian Ponyta. It looks so cool. I love it. Yellow Aura. Yeah, it's got the brilliant. That's one of the 1 in 5 12s. But we've yet to get lucky on those either. We just haven't seen enough of them. How do I mock your spelling? Because I can mock it because I let people mock mine. Takes back shiny luck. No. I say sarcastically because it hasn't helped yet. Now you have a shiny Drifloon, yeah. Then if I could just like import it into the game, right? Like take a picture like, see, I do have it. Predicts what Pokemon you'll get for Route 1? I don't know. That's a tough one. Even if some Cantonian ones for a Ponyta evolution team, that's cool. Your luck is trash. Ooh. Cat slipped, but I think she wants to get down, so everyone can say goodbye to Adele real quick. She's about to hop down and probably go back and take more of a nap or eat some food. Yep, there she goes. Like, alright, I'm done with you. So then, yeah, she's going back to take more of a nap. A shiny god. I forgot to give it. Here you go. Ah, now I have the luck. Are you giving me the luck just so you can take it away again, Jake? I feel like that's what's happening here. Also, I'm gonna close the door now that the cat's gone. There we go. There we go. Yeah, just because if she does come back in here, it'll be because she wants attention at that point, and at that point she'll start being a little brat and making a bunch of noise, so. Now it takes it back. No! Now I've actually had it. All the time I had the shiny luck, I wasn't even sitting down. Didn't capitalize on it one bit. You own all the shiny luck. It's a monopoly. Sorlo controls when we all get our shinies. Then your first 2 shinies pretty much back to back? Dang, that's awesome. You had to copy paste something? Like for homework stuff? Or for something else? Control everything of shinies. Could you give me some really cool ones, like really quickly? It says license. Indeed, I just checked on Translate to make sure that it wasn't anything like inappropriate. It's like, I don't know Chinese. Back to back, you mean in days, both the Zora line, so it's pretty fitting eventually to see the Legends is coming. Nice. Would never. I trust the username. I just want to make sure. It's one of those things where like I check it for everyone. I want to see something weird if you can copy and paste. If it's PG. As long as it follows chat rules, it's fine. What are the games on the Switch I've played? I've played a good number of games. The most recent one being Metroid Dread. I've almost beat it. I'm literally at like the boss fight. Yeah, I'm literally at the boss fight, and then I just haven't finished it. Like, as I do with a lot of games. So yeah, I gotta finish the boss fight. But it was wrecking me, and I gotta get back to it. But the problem is now I've taken so long away from it that it's like I know I won't do well at it, and it's gonna take me a while to kind of relearn the timings on top of like learning the boss's patterns, as you do in Metroid. But that one's been fun, and obviously stuff like Mario Kart, all the Pokemon games. I got a Game Builder Garage or Game Maker Garage, whatever it was called. I started playing through that. It was fun, honestly. Like, if you're interested in coding and have never done any kind of coding before, I would actually kind of recommend it. It's very visual. It's very nice. I was very curious about that. Animal Crossing, haven't played in like a year and a half, but I own it and I have played it. Do you ever listen to music when shiny hunting? I mean, I listen to the stream music that's going on, but when I'm hunting on my own, usually when I was hunting on my own way back in college, I usually would. But now most of the time when I'm hunting, I'm like on Discord with friends and stuff, so I'm just kind of talking with them while I do it, or I'm on stream. But yeah, if I'm hunting and I'm not at my computer, yeah, I'll be listening to music. But usually if I'm at my computer, I'm either talking with people or watching something, or both. Just because I find that a little bit more engaging, especially when doing repetitive shiny hunting kind of stuff. So, or just like completing dexes and all that kind of thing. So, yeah, that's just the deal for me. How much shiny luck do I want? Enough to not go to 4,000 encounters. That's all I ask. I would just like to not hit 4,000 encounters on Drifloon. I'd like to find it before then. Or at least before 4096. If I hit 4096, we'll have blown past odds regardless of how we were hunting. What's the first shiny I found? I found a shiny Ditto through SOS method in Sun. Obviously in Sun. In Sun. That was the first shiny I ever found. I'd always kind of joked about the idea of like, lol, I'm going to go for a living shiny dex. Like, that's my goal. Like a living shiny national dex. And I always said it with friends, and I said I was going to do it with Sun, and then I decided I at least wanted a shiny Rowlet. You know, as much as I was memeing, I was like, all right, I'll at least get a shiny Rowlet. Didn't know how like breeding for shinies worked. Didn't know what Masuda method was. I just figured that like, if I find a shiny like Ditto to breed with, it'll make it more likely I find a shiny Rowlet. I was wrong. Last time that was true was 2001. So that was a long time ago. But I did so it's funny. I did all I wanted a Rowlet, but I did all the research for finding a shiny Ditto and none of the research for breeding for a shiny Rowlet. And I did the Ditto hunt, found it in about 4 or 5 hours, and was like, that was super fun. It was super exciting when I did find the Ditto. And yeah, no, that was the start, and here we are now. 5 years later, almost 6 years later, I guess, at this point. Yeah, no, I guess, 5 years. 5 years at this point since I started shiny hunting. John the Pikachu, welcome to the stream. How you doing today? Is that a lot of shiny luck? Up the luck by 69%. Well, thank you. Now you're talking to me. Hey, no, I mean, honestly, I feel like everyone should be able to answer the questions in chat if you've got answers for it. I love hearing everyone's stories, especially when it comes to like their shiny hunting stories. First shiny was a 6 IV Zoroark on October 29th. Dang, so you're new to the shiny hunting stuff. Awesome. Best thing to do is like 0.1%. It doesn't matter how many zeros at the front. It's still 0.1%. It's better than nothing. What should you hunt? You're bored? What games do you have to hunt in? Is it just Sword and Shield, or do you have some other stuff? I just want to know the options. Next mon for the Nuzlocke's probably a Sylveon. Got you. First shiny was in Pokemon Sun. Nice. What was it? Ooh, we got a Brilliant. Is this going to be the lucky one for us? Nope. Wasn't hunting for Zoroark. It was during the Sword Shield event. Oh, I see. If you're just doing Sword and Shield stuff and you're looking for something to hunt, I would say Galarian Zigzagoon if you haven't already. I know I mentioned that one earlier. I believe that was to someone else, though. I tend to just have like one recommendation I'll give everyone. Also, this music's a little bit slow. I'm gonna go ahead and switch over to another playlist here. You have gens 4 through 8, not the OG Black and White, Soul Silver or Y. Got you. Okay, so you have a lot to hunt in. Pyukumuku is actually always a generally interesting one to me. It's not like too hard. There's not a lot of caveats to it. It's just a very straightforward hunt. With like the one caveat of innards out. Like that's the one thing you have to consider. But that's generally a decent SOS hunt. Outside of SOS, there's always like going for like one of the special spawns on a route in Let's Go. Like if you want to go for like a Bulbasaur or something, that can be fun. You'll do Galarian Zigzagoon. Nice, go for it. Do it. I think that's the nice thing about shiny hunting. It can be really boring and repetitive, but that feeling of satisfaction when you finally do get the shiny makes up for all the time spent. Absolutely. And at the same time, like, the shiny wouldn't be as exciting if it didn't have all this stuff happening before it, right? Like it's one thing to be like, woohoo, we found the shiny. It's another thing to be like, we found the shiny after all that time. Like, finding Drifloon is going to be so incredibly exciting. Very nerve-wracking at the same time, because we still have to catch it. And I don't know if I will catch it. Casually forgets what Delmize looks like for the 50th time. The time is your lucky number. Shiny was a Wimpod, and it was did you wanting a normal Galissapod since you didn't care for shiny hunting? But it killed your Incineroar, so you went back for your revenge, but it turned out it was shiny. That's actually pretty nice, though. It's awesome when it's, like, unintentional like that. Caught it in a netball. Awesome. Glad you're able to catch it. I bet it was a little bit nerve-wracking going back for it, given that, like, it had already KO'd you before. And so it's like, It's like, you know that there's a chance that it's going to KO you again. Speaking of shinies, earlier today, a streamer you watched has found their first shiny. They found one in a ROM hack. Oh, that's awesome. Good for them. First shiny was a Magmar in Let's Go Pikachu with no shiny charm. Lure or catch combo, and there's like a 0.00024 chance of that happening. Yeah, I'm glad. That's awesome that you found that, though. Pink boy. Yee. Man, it took so long to find our Magby, I feel. I don't think it was actually that long. I think Magby was just kind of a pain in the butt because, like, smoke screen and, like, fire spin and all that stuff. Like, just in general, Magby is a little bit of a pain in the butt, I think. Happened a few days after Pokemon Sun and Moon's release, so you were too young to think that far ahead. Ah, I see. I see. I'm glad you still caught it then. I feel like if I ran into a shiny when I was younger, I would have just not even realized it was special and would have just knocked it out. Oh, you actually did the calculations? Oh, dang. So it's like legit the number. Is it bad you can see the inside of your phone? I can't imagine that's good. I don't think most modern phones really let you open them. There's a random encounter with no hunting. That's awesome, though. Yeah, those just like out of nowhere shinies, I feel like are some of the best. Like, even for me, like 200 shinies in, if I come across a random shiny, that's always super cool, right? Because like that's truly the unexpected. Like it's one of those things where it's like that shock is like a story in its own right, in a way where it's like. It is one thing to like find a shiny that you've hunted, and it's like there's obviously the excitement of that, and like finding it early is cool. Really, any shiny is cool for its own various reason. Like you find a shiny super early in your hunt and you got really lucky. You find a shiny super late, and it's like, can you imagine how unlucky I was? Like, can you fathom that? Like my Regice, or like you're not even. It's like I wasn't even hunting for it, right? Like there's always some excitement to it. The unexpected. Second ever shiny was in Pokemon Sun or Ultra Sun. Don't remember. Got you. Yeah, I think my second shiny was an Alolan Rattata, and that took way longer than Ditto did. So that was a little bit of a thing. Got a shiny Bidoof in Pokemon Go? Awesome. I tried to get a shiny Bidoof during the like Bidoof event, but I didn't get one. Sadly. I feel left out. I feel unlucky for that. I am unblessed. Gonna hit 12 a.m. Noise. Yes, Bidoof. There's a shiny Bagon to test that if it was true that finding a shiny Bagon's faster than finding a level 12 Salamence, and got it with 73 encounters. Yeah, it depends on. Yeah, so technically no. Technically, it's more likely to find a Salamence in that than it is to find the shiny Bagon. But not by much. Not by much. Because yeah, you can find the Bagon that's like the 1% Bagon at the top. Realistically, I think it kind of comes down to like if you're talking about finding a shiny Bagon like down below in the bay, then like yeah, it's probably easier to find the shiny than it is to find like the Bagon at the top and then SOS it to get a Salamence. You actually don't want your shiny your lucky number? I don't really have a lucky number, I guess. I don't know. Never really thought about that. Did SOS method? Got you. Yeah, I did a lot of SOS hunting in Sun and Moon. Thinking of shiny hunting Scorpion, Drapion, and Brilliant Diamond? Go for it. Do it, Sezzy. I will always encourage the shiny hunts. 73 is your lucky number because you have gotten 73 shinies at 73. The ultimate luck right there, Sorlo. The myth says that to this day, still, you can't think of a username. I mean, but at the same time, you did think of the username, can't think of the username. So I don't know, maybe that's like a paradox. I didn't think of this username. And someone else did. I guess in this case, that means Sorlo thought of it. So it would be true. Check the Drifloon. Let's check the Drifloon again. Yeah. Well, where are we in the patch right now? Okay, yeah. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't like on the other side where I really did need to walk away from it. Even if you did think of a username, you'd be too lazy to change it. That I can truly relate to. It's like, oh, it'd be so cool to do this thing, and then I sit there thinking, like, it'd be really cool to do this thing. And you still just never actually do the thing. Extremely relatable. Take your guesses for your Route 1 Mon. Whoever gets it right gets to name it. Like, what do you mean by your Route 1 Mon? Yeah, what game's a good question? Shield not randomized. Route 1 Mon. I mean, can't you choose your Route 1 Mon? How does like a Nuzlocke work in that scenario? Like, cause you know, I know like the rule with Nuzlocks is like the first Pokemon you encounter. I feel like I've asked this question before, but I'm wondering what your answer is, I guess. What, like, how do you decide what becomes your first Pokemon? Because you can just, like, wait for the right Pokemon to show up. Do you like specifically have to use the exclamation mark encounters, closing your eyes to get it so you don't know? Oh, okay, that works. That works. I don't know. Really, like you can only do the first surprise encounter. See, that's kind of what I would think. Shiny Eevee. It kind of changes up the composition of the route in that case, because yeah, you're doing the surprise encounters, but still. Name in every Discord server you're in, not including Creator Heaven, is a username. It works. It's your username. I guess mine I would say Wooloo, but I don't know. I'm not guessing in this because I can't think of nicknames for Pokemon very well. I've never been good at Pokemon naming. Full on something Ponyta because I hear that guy. You're still gonna find it incredibly quickly, Jake. Eevee said Rickety. Let chat name the shiny. I need to think of ways to do that. So I kind of want to do it. Obviously, I kind of want to do it in a way that encourages chat interaction, either by like people making guesses, or by people like, or by people. What am I trying to say? I know like Bald Gamer, I think, does it like, you know, like there's a donation goal for it, basically, of like whoever donates the most gets to name it and stuff and like that. Clever. I don't think that would work in my chat, but I don't know. It's something I've been trying to think of the best way to do it. Hope we get hope your next couple hunts are incredibly quick. I hope so. My real hope is that this bad luck translates into really good luck in BDSP. I don't think that's how it's gonna work, but I'm hopeful. Is Wooloo noise? Name it Floofy. I know I said I didn't have a name for it, but I'm gonna say Floofy. Bad luck will make my patience even stronger, though. My patience has already been tested enough. I had like a 9,000 encounter Trico and Emerald. I had a like 14,000 encounter Charmander and Leaf Green. I had a 9,000 encounter Regice and Ultra Sun. Like, I've done my time with bad hunts. Floofy, yes, exactly like that, Sorla. Heck yeah. Brilliant Aura, maybe? Nope. Nope. Darn. Wings of Fire characters? I do not know what that is. I'm assuming that's a game, or is that like a book or something? Similar to this as well, would love to name your Pokemon, but can't come up with anything. Yeah, I'm so bad at coming up with names, so I just end up, for consistency's sake, not naming any of them. So that's where it's kind of like, sometimes I kind of think like, alright, I'd kind of like chat to name some, and you know, I think in general, I don't think I'll name anything completing the dex. I think I think that's fair enough to say. I won't name anything completing the dex just because I don't have enough names for all the Pokemon, and again, consistency's sake. But shinies, I guess there's a chance. We'll see what we do there. As far as like trying to figure out who names what and stuff like that, just because I'm trying to think, if Pokeradar comes back, there's a very solid chance we hunt for several Pokemon, or we hunt for an entire evolution line all at once, you know, like in the case of like Starly, right? If we do a Pokeradar for Starly, assuming Pokeradar comes back and it functions like it did in the original Gen 4, we do a Pokeradar hunt for Starly, and once we finally get to the point where we are pretty much guaranteed to find the shiny, we're pretty much guaranteed to find the shinies all the way to the end of the hunt. So it's like, all right, we're going to name all three all at once, basically, is what's going to happen. So it's like you figure out who gets to name, like, Starly, Staravia, or Staraptor, you know, stuff like that. And, like, trying to figure that kind of thing out, it's like, I'm not sure what'll happen. Book series you like about dragons. Oh, cool. Now you're thinking what characters you would name Drifloon. Maybe Sunny? Maybe. Hey, welcome back, Earthbound fan. How you doing? Hope your night's been going well. A Rookity that you named after your favorite character, Moonwatcher, got killed by a trainer who had 3 timber that knew rock throw. No! Such a cruel fate for the Rookity. I guess that's kind of like the risk of a Nuzlocke, though, right? I guess you get from Route 2 if you guess right. So you know you want you to name it. I think Choodle's on that route, so I'll say Choodle. Even if it's not on that route, I say Choodle. Good, just got an idea for a region. Now you're just drawing. Awesome. Hope you're having fun with it. Don't even know much about Sword and Shield. I'm struggling to think of what's on what route. Alright guys, we're down to, what, a week and 2.5 hours, at least for me, until Sword and Shield drops. I know for some people in, like, Europe and Japan and Australia, it's even, like, sooner. It's even closer to coming out. But yeah, I'm excited, guys. I'm super excited. Yamper, good guess there. Yeah, I feel like you can search what's on the route. I'm just guessing because I don't want to look it up in the middle of the stream. Until Sword and Shield drops. Did I say Sword and Shield? I meant BDSP. It's been 2 years of Sword and Shield being the newest game, and like 2.5 years of Sword and Shield being like the latest announced game, or like only 2.5 years since we started saying until Sword and Shield drops. So, but until BDSP comes out. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm so excited. I just gotta get things prepped stream-wise, you know? I didn't mean to run into the Ralts, dang it. Excuse me. Yeah, so I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of people immediately doing Nuzlocks in BDSP. Not me. Not me. I don't know. I just want to play the game normally at first. But I imagine there's a lot of people who are just like, I've already played Sinnoh, I'm just going to do a Nuzlocke right off the bat. Yeah, I mean, you're fine. You're fine username if you just throw something out there. I throw something out there, not even 100% sure if it's on the route, so. No specific rules. C dot? Is C dot on there? I don't know if C dot's on there. I guess it's the guess, though. That's the guess no matter what. The worst that can happen is that it's not what he finds. It's not what Sorlo finds. Getting real close to 3,900 encounters for Drifloon. We are. Which also means we're getting incredibly close. We're getting incredibly close to 4,000 encounters. And also, guys, you know what song's playing. You know what to do in chat. At least some of you do. So, I want to see the crab rave, guys. It's time. It is time, username. It is time for the crab rave. Crab, yes. I'm hacking. If I was hacking, I'd have the shiny by now. It's Choodle. Oh, so do I get to name it again? I'm gonna name this one Bitey Boy. Assuming that fits. I'm trying to crab for a water starter. Nice! Fitting for the rave. Best time of stream. Man, if we get... I don't know. I'm conflicted, guys. I'm conflicted if I play BDSP music or if we play stream music. I imagine for the initial playthrough we'll use the game music, right? Or what do we want? What do we want? I didn't even write that. Bitey Boy, maybe? I would say like B-I-T-E-Y boy. Like B-O-I. I think that would work. You gotta do BDSP music since it's new. See, that's my thought. That is definitely my thought. Yeah, so that's probably what we'll end up doing. Especially for like the playthrough. Once we start shiny hunting, it'll flip around. I think that makes the most sense, right? Like playing music, yeah, playing the in-game sounds during the actual playthrough, and then like during the shiny hunting, we'll use stream music. That'll also give me a little bit longer to figure out stream stuff. Your starter almost died to Choodle. No! That'd be incredibly unfortunate. To lose a Pokemon to a Pokemon you're adding to your team. Bitey Boy, yee. No, with the Ion Boy, though. Scorbunny, yeah. Yeah, it's got a little bit of a rough typing there at the start against that. I thought it was a Sword and Shield. It came out, what, like 2 years ago? Then we would be listening to its music for 2 years. Whereas BDSP, it's new. We haven't listened to it for 2 years. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Like, for the playthrough, while it's still, like, setting the right mood and stuff, like, we'll do that. The thing is, once we start shiny hunting, we'll be on the same route for hours. So we'll be hearing the same theme for hours. It's not like, It's not quite like SOS where the music was kind of designed, like the battle music was kind of designed to continue and be repetitively played, so it was really nice. Not saying that the route music isn't. The route music's just very pleasant while you're on it. But I'm assuming, again, a lot of this comes down to if Poker Radar is the way that we're hunting. We'll be in the overworld a lot, so we'll be hearing route music a lot, and we'll be hearing whatever the Poker Radar sound is a lot. What will probably end up happening is I'll end up pumping like stream music to you guys from Monster Cat or Glitch City or any of those kind of sources for stream music. And I'll be pumping the game music to my headset, depending on if there are any sound cues. That's kind of my assumption of how I'm going to go about it. I'll be able to see what music's playing through like a now playing thing on the stream, but that's about it. You're going to say it's fine if it's Grookey? Just fine if it gets KO'd? BOI is better? Absolutely, I think so too. Hey, welcome back, Survive the Night. Also, guys, if you haven't left a like on the stream, I'd really appreciate it if you did so. I try to hit 15 likes on every stream, so if you could help us get there, I would greatly appreciate it. And thank you to everyone who has left a like so far. And also thank you to any new subs today. If you are new to the stream and haven't subbed yet, I would love to have your sub. Hopefully you stick around and tune into some more streams. And also thank you guys for getting us to 15 likes right there. I appreciate that. I was against the shilling and the asking, but it works, so we do it. Yeah, you're okay with Grookey getting knocked out? You're the last like with a bit. Well, thank you, man. I appreciate it. I don't talk to you like him because you always forget. It's fine. It's fine. I forget a lot of the time too. I mean, honestly, there's a reason why people like. There's a reason why asking works, right? And like being like, hey, if you haven't liked yet, I was like, yeah. I mean, I'll leave a like on all my streamer buddies' streams. When I tune in, sometimes I tune in and start chatting and getting a conversation, and like people are saying hi in chat, and I just totally forget about like actually like leaving the like. I'm gonna forget 99.9% of the time. Hey, you're fine. You're fine. I understand. I am forgetful as well. Also, guys, we passed 3,900. We are less than 100 encounters away from 4,000. Death. Hope the starter cutscene doesn't take forever in the new games. Yeah, hopefully. I mean, I guess, like, I haven't watched any of the leaked gameplay, so I don't know for sure, but I would like to see it have a bit more of a platinum start to it than a diamond and pearl start, for that reason specifically, but I feel like that would be part of cutting out Faithful Remake stuff if they didn't do the diamond and pearl start at the very least. So yeah, I'm not sure how that'll go, but I'm hopeful that they're a bit more huntable, a bit more soft resettable. It's not going to be something that matters too much to me, especially at first, given that the most soft resetting that's going to happen at the beginning for me is, like I've said, I'm going to play Brilliant Diamond as my main game. Shining Pearl will be my secondary. I'm going to start Brilliant Diamond, collect or use Piplup as my main starter. I'm going to boot up Shining Pearl, get a Chimchar, immediately trade it over to Brilliant Diamond, and then do my playthrough on Shining Pearl with a Turtwig. So, in that regard, like, that's the most I'm really going to be dealing with soft resetting, you know? Yeah. Okay, yeah, the starter cutscene thing, yeah. So, like, for me, it's not going to matter immediately, but I know a lot of people are probably going to be doing starter hunts because you couldn't in Gen 8, at least not in the same way. So, like, yeah, it makes sense. People just want to do that, want to experience a starter hunt again. So hopefully it's not as bad as Gen 7's were, especially like Original Moon. I haven't watched anything in regards to the starters from the leaks. Thought that in the trailers they showed off that it's the same as Diamond and Pearl. It definitely seems like it is, Sezzy, but there's, I guess, a chance. There's a chance they give you a save point before you open the briefcase, is kind of my thought there. Like, you know, because you have to save pretty far back to do a soft reset in Diamond and Pearl, but if there's a chance you can save right before choosing your starter, that would be enough, you know? That's all it would take to make it a lot easier. And really, even then, if it's bad, like Diamond and Pearl, like bad, that's still not a Gen 6 or 7 level of bad. Those games had long cutscenes. Doing the ultra hardcore Nuzlocke. Nice. How's the wild area gonna work? That's a good question. Because I always feel like either the two methods, I guess, are either wild area, you get like one encounter every time you go through it into a new area, or like into for a new stint, right? Like the first time into Motostoke, or then when you have to go from Motostoke over to Hammerlock, I believe. Like those each count as a time in there, like as different routes, or you count each area separately. I guess like the two options. Decided to do an encounter in one area, and then after you get a gym badge, get another encounter there. See, that's kind of how I would think of it, Shiny Eevee. Otherwise, you get so many encounters in the wild area. Thinking on something to draw, but don't know. The tough decision to make right there. Get an encounter before and after every gym, anywhere you want. Interesting. I guess you are playing by slightly different Nuzlocke rules, aren't you? Draw a Scorpion. There you go, that's something to draw. Or an owl, a Scorpion Owl. Or an Owl Scorpion. Gonna do an owl. All right, I can't wait to see it. Scorpio or Hoodoo. I want to see them combined. We all know it's named Owl. That's what we'll go with. Encounter the stun tank. We do keep walking up to it. We do keep getting like teasingly close to it. We'll do one encounter of that near the end. We got about 10 minutes left, so we'll see. And since I've already thrown out the thanks for liking and thanks for subbing, if you guys are enjoying the stream as well and you know other people who would, I always ask, share the streams with them. Let them know about the channel and stuff. Would love to have them here. Yeah, the more people, the merrier and all that. So yeah, if you know anyone else who likes watching Shiny Hunting streams or does Shiny Hunting themselves, let them know about it. Who else named the Slowpoke? I've named the last two, so I'll let someone else name it. Villager? What about Villager? Name it Lemonhead? Congrats on 17 likes. 2 over your goal. Thank you, Ceci. Yeah, no, it's awesome. I'm always happy when we're able to hit 15. I've always considered bumping the goal up to 20, but I don't know. That might be getting greedy. No, but yeah, seriously, thank you guys for leaving the likes on the stream. They help out way more than you could imagine. I really appreciate you guys doing that. Villager's a friend. Ah, I see. It's all about you, but he never shows up. Ah, I see. That's what I appreciate you sharing the stream around, though. Gotta get him to join the next one. Absolutely, would love to have him here. Or maybe right now. True. We are only going for the next 10 minutes, but that doesn't mean you can't join now. So I think we will be trying to do a raid tonight, guys, so definitely stick around. If the chat's still going decently strong here in the next 10 minutes, we'll do a raid. We'll find another stream in a raid, send the love on, send the hype on, and all that good stuff. Alright, here we go. It's gonna be ridiculous when one of the other Pokemon around here is a shiny. Is it, on this run you can't go to the DLC areas. Oh yeah. Yeah, I guess it'd give you a bunch of free routes if you just went there, wouldn't it? Bathe it within the next 10 encounters, you find a yellow balloon. I would love that. I would love that. Villager, what is going on? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Got him. Success username. Just counting them, Evie. Prove you're right. Keeping track. Not allowed to get watts either. I mean, would you be able to allow to get watts as long as you didn't use them? Or is like explicitly like you can't get them at all, so you have to avoid brilliant mons. So I feel like that's kind of what it cancels out. Going good, awesome. Glad to hear it. Glad to have you here. Yeah, so we're gonna hit 3950 for sure. I don't think we're gonna get to 4,000. In the next 8 minutes, but this is insane. It's insane that we're still going for this. Need to challenge yourself. That's fair. That's fair. I respect that. Oh, what's the Slowpoke name? Yeah, did we ever get one for it? I don't think I saw any come up in chat. You have bad news? Oh no! What's the bad news? Chill for the next 8 minutes? Heck yeah. How's the stream going? It's been going well. Drifloon is testing my patience. We should have found it like 2,000 encounters ago. More than 2,000 encounters ago. But, alas, we have not gotten lucky with it today. Oh, you named it Lemonhead. Ah, true. True, good point. You have to go. Alright, Sorlo. See ya later. Hope to see you again soon. Thank you for joining in the stream. Thank you for subbing and all that. I appreciate it. Hope to see you again soon, and best of luck on your Nuzlocke. Not going to name anything, because just drawing all the stages of the new starters you made. Awesome. Sparkle's going to shine twice as much when you finally get it, though. For real, Jake. For real. 10? No. Pokemon naturally being mean. Pretty much. Pretty much. Like, yeah, I mean, our odds, we have Charm, so our odds are, 1 in 1365 by default. We've done the 500 KOs, so all brilliant Pokemon are 1 in 512. We're very quickly approaching 1 in 4096. Yeah, I don't know. I've had very bad luck in the wild area. Yeah, like, in the wild area in general. It's been in the wild area because we did it in Crown Tundra. We got a Spheal in 5. On Route 4 or 5, we got a Pumpkaboo in 65. Like, come on now. That's awkward. I trusted you, Shiny Eevee. You let me down, man. You let me down. I joke. I kid. We're all in this together, right? One second here, guys. I'm checking something before we keep going here. Just leaving this one out there as a tease. Alright, this yellow balloon needs to show right username. It really does. Well, we did get 2 brilliants in a row. Just finished all the new starter designs. Awesome. Well, I hunt some Dynamax adventures. I still have Tapus to get there. If we find all the other things I have planned, we'll try to do a Dynamax adventure before BDSP comes out. But the thing is, once BDSP comes out, that's pretty much what I'm going to be doing for 2 months. Is BDSP followed by Legends for however long that lasts. So in that regard, I'm not sure how that's going to work out. As far as going back to Dynamax Adventures, at some point I do want to finish those. I just want to really prep a stream like that and plan it in advance so that like people know what's happening, especially because Dynamax Adventures is so much about the audience participation. It helps out a lot. It makes it a lot more exciting when other people are joining in and doing stuff. So I'd like to do those with people. Yeah, we still got Dratini. We got Dratini. We have Grookey. We have Terrakion as well. I don't know if we'll go for... I feel like going for Virizion would be worth it just to like get the Swords of Justice complete. To like get that trio. I don't think I would start anything beyond that at the moment. So that would kind of be a point where we might be able to like switch over to a Dynamax adventure for a stream or two. Because again, that would be assuming that like... Because think about it. If we found Drifloon right now, we would have Friday, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. Or Monday, Tuesday, right? Like, we have 3 streams left after today before we start BDSP streams. I might spin it around so it might be a Monday, Wednesday thing, possibly. That's up in the air, depending on other circumstances. Just as far as scheduling goes. But yeah, that's the plan at the moment, right? So we'll see. Yellow Balloon, where are you, right? Can spare some luck for my Gen 2 game, though, because you're at 7,000 for an Electrode. I hope you find it, man. I hope you find that. Yellow balloon, so rude, doesn't want to appear. Right? Right? It's being super rude. It's being super zarude. Sorry, don't be sorry. Puns are appreciated. I also appreciate the closing parenthesis. Oh god. Alright guys, so I think we're going to do this pass through the grass and we'll do one more. But yeah, just don't leave immediately. I have a raid lined up. I've got the link copied to my chat or to my clipboard. I'm going to paste it in and boom, off we go with a raid. Definitely stick around for that. Get some mindless raid energy going in chat, guys. I want to see a super big raid from us. I know there aren't many of us, but we can make ourselves seem big. I think they ran out of yellow balloons. I think so. I guess the yellow balloon factory shut down. Reminds me of the 20 minutes of Shuriken stream. What happened in that? Where did my car go? Alright now. Alright now. Luck. All the luck. It's our last pass through the grass here. Yellow balloons disappeared from existence. A sad day. A sad day for all. I'm gonna put it in Discord. Alright. Legends have it that one of the yellow balloons out in the wild. There's one left. The shiny hunters have to race to find it. Whoever gets the last one. No shinies yet. I know. We're so close to 4K and still no shinies. But that was our last encounter of the night right there, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you to everyone that liked, anyone that subscribed. A big thank you just in general to all the new people and for everyone hanging out and chatting and talking. We're doing a raid. Don't leave while I'm saying goodbye. It's super rude, like the balloon. Nah, I kid. Maybe we'll get it. Hopefully next time, guys. Hopefully next time. So I'll be back tomorrow continuing this hunt, continuing to lose my sanity. We're doing a raid, though. Hashtag mindless raid. Go over, show them some love. And like I said, guys, I'll be back tomorrow. And until next time, take care.